Hello, I'm not too sure who is out there. It looks like Em has jumped in. Hi, Em. I hope that you are going well, buddy. I don't know who else is there. I am in the middle of writing a Instagram post, so I might just chat to you guys for a bit and do that at the same time while Pucky is having a drink. So hope your week has been well, Em. I'm not too sure who else is out there. It does look like somebody else might be watching as well. So welcome in to the chat. I know that today's stream has been a little bit last minute, but I have been doing a lot of tidying up around the house. Pucky's barking again. Everybody else's dogs are going to be going bonkers. So hopefully that won't be too bad for anyone. I know, Em, quite often your dogs go bonkers when Pucky barks as well. Oh, Jake's here as well. Hey, Jake. I hope that you're well. Hope that you're going quite good. I'm just typing up an Instagram post because I ran out of time to actually be here. I'm happy with it was last minute. I slept in an hour. Oh, cool. Oh, well, at least that's something. Over to YouTube. Right. I'll just do this. I'm sorry, guys. It is probably a bit rude and kind of cheeky to be doing this on stream. But anyway, once I've gotten that done, oh, there's a few more people that have joined us, which is really cool. Radio. Okay, cool. Social media taken care of. As always, I'm slow and behind the 8 ball when it comes to that type of stuff. Oh, Brett's here. Hey, Brett, hope you're going well. We're going to be building up the Raya sets today. So I do have them all here. So I've got the littlest one, which includes the dragon. We've got the boat, which has the little monkeys on here. And then we've also got the palace as well. Oh, Ratna's here as well. Hi, Ratna. Hope that you're going well. So do you want to just let me know if you guys have any preferences for which one that you'd like me to build up first? I was thinking to start with the smallest one and then go to the biggest one and then finish off with the boat so that then we can build the castles like together, because on here they do show, oops, where is it? Here. They do show that you can sort of combine the castles together, which I think is kind of cool. But yeah, I'm happy to follow your lead as to you guys, as to whether or not you've got any preferences as to which one we want to go with as well. I'm kind of curious as well to see what this dragon's going to be like as well and see how that all looks. Oh, yay. Mama's Bricks is here. Hey, hon. How you going? Yes, I'm excited as well. I was just saying to Em and Jake a little bit earlier that I was a bit slow today. I have been faffing around a lot today. So in my spare room, I've actually been trying to figure out what that's going to look like and to try and set it up a bit more for a streaming space. And I think that the way that I've now got it set up is that I think I should be able to have my webcam up a bit higher, which means that I might be able to get my head and the desk in the same sort of shot. So, oh, Jake wants to see how disappointing the dragon is. Shall we start with the dragon then? Let's do that. That was kind of my thought as well, Jake, is that I am very, very curious to find out what this dragon is doing. Oh, and I don't even need my scissors. Because it's one of those little press ones. So, yeah, but I ran out of time because there was so much that I needed to move around. So by the time I was sort of figuring out how to sort out my desk and to put all my stored Lego in one spot, and my, oh, they look pretty. Oh, I'm very happy with those. So does that mean less space for Lego? Kind of. I did end up putting more Lego into storage. So that's oh, Brett just got set 43188. Which one's 43188? That must be a castle or a princess set, Brett, or is, let us know. Oh, pre-ordered the Harry Potter bathroom set. That's exciting. Oh my gosh, Pucky's barking so much. Yeah, so kind of a little bit less space for Lego, but I probably had too much on display anyway, and some of the sets that were on display, you know, they can go into storage for a bit. Oh, princess set, yeah. Cool, that's awesome. Em got a new desk, so he's in a good mood. Everyone seems to be good, which is nice to hear, except for Pucky, who's being very noisy. That's okay. You know, sometimes that's just the way life rolls, isn't it? Right, so let's start with the mini doll, which is obviously Raya, who has pants, top, head and hair, as well as sword and map. Right. Oh, the one with Maleficent. Oh, cool. Yes. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, they've recently, those sets have gone on sale here in Australia as well. So there is Raya, sort of. No? Yes, come on. Focus. Oh, there we go. There's Raya, looking gorgeous. So the hat and the hair is all one piece. I do actually really like a top. The sword is a sand green wobbly sword, wiggly sword. And yeah, that looks awesome. And then we also have the map, which is a printed piece as well. So no stickers on that one, which it won't focus. And it's a bit glary. Oh, well, that's the map. I'm guessing that that's very similar to what's in the movie. But yeah, the mini dolls are gorgeous. So I like that. And the map's pretty cool too. So let's do Dragon next. I just built Rapunzel's tower with my daughter, and now she's playing with it, and I'm building Mulan's last set, and we're going to make a princess display together today. Yay! Yeah, the sword and the hairpiece look really cool. I think that they translate really nicely over to minifigs and everything. I agree, Ratner. It's amazing. Right, let's start putting the dragon together in a bit more sort of coherent way. And I look down at the parts and I'm like, I can't see the part, the first part. There it is. So that's an interesting start to the build. So it looks like we might be starting with either the chest or the hips, I think, potentially. We'll see how we're going. And so has anyone, it's really nice to hear that the Rapunzel's tower is going well. That was one of the sets that I actually had to put away today, but I did keep out the Ugly Duckling Tavern. I had to keep that out. So I didn't put that bit away. Right. But yeah, the tower I had to put away, so that was a bit of a shame. And the resort as well, because the resort had been sat on one of my shelves for ages and ages. So I had to, and well, I didn't have to, but I ended up putting that away too. I think that goes that. by the looks of things. Yes, cool. Oh, I rebuilt the front and sides of the castle and picked up a vintage castle set too this week. Oh, that's fantastic, Brett. It's it always seems like you're good at finding handy little sets and everything. So that's really cool to hear. Did I put that in the right way? Oh my gosh, no. Oops, that way. Right. Just inverting everything, making a mess. Oh no. So, yeah, well, yeah, let us know how. Oh, wow. Jezza's here as well. Hey, Jezza, how you going? You just came into the live stream as I was trying to figure out what I was doing with this build. So that was probably a very strange time to join in. But there's what I have been putting together so far, which I'm assuming is the tail, but I don't want to look too far ahead because I like sort of guessing as I build. And Sisu looks like female and blue version of Mushu. Oh my gosh, yes, that's so true. That's so true, which is really cool. Jake saying we're getting loads of new Lego shows over here. Lego Masters UK just started, and the second series of Inside Legoland Windsor is starting in August. And if it weren't for COVID, I'd be there for 2022. Rolls of the sausage that rolls. Raps is here, yay! Hey, Raps. Making an Atlantica underwater palace from the Little Mermaid. Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing, Raps. You do such awesome builds. Oh, fantastic. Yes, Kaz. I'll have to try and figure out. Oh, yeah, hang on. I'll get my thing out and I'll send you a link through to Instagram, since that's the only way that I know to do these things. Especially if we're going to be building the same thing, that would be awesome. Cool. Right, I've just got to check the, oh my gosh. I'm so terrible with technology. It's just, cool. Gosh. Oh. Oh. Just bear with me, gang. I'm multitasking, which we all know is not my strength. So I'm squinting at the screen. There we go. Okay. I think that's, you are perfectly on time, Doc. Whenever you get here is exactly when you need to arrive, my friend. So, yes, I've sent that through to you, Kaz. Everyone's saying hello to everyone. That's cool. And it's so nice to see Doc in the chat as well. That's fine. I'll probably end up forgetting that I've invited you, leave you backstage for a while, since that's what I did to poor Steve when he went to join me in my stream as well. And Digital Magazine is here as well. Oh, building the new shopping mall set. Oh, yay, that's fantastic. It's always lovely to hear that you guys are building as well. Oh, bless. And of course, lots of sausage roll chat going on as well, which is awesome. Right, so I've got completely sidetracked of where I'm up to. So that's where I'm up to, not very far along at all. And, right, okay, hang on. More little curvy bits that I've got to add in. Everyone's catching up with each other, which is really cool. So you guys, so we've had a few people building princess stuff at the moment, which is really nice to hear. I always like finding out what people are building, what they're up to. Okay. Cool. And more parts that I can't see because they're right in front of me. Oh no, Jake. I was actually taking loads of sets apart today and yesterday as well. So I'm hoping potentially maybe sometime in the next week, Brett, you and I might need to catch up and touch base to see if I can get my sound stuff sorted a bit better. And the double camera thing sorted a bit better as well. And then potentially next week, I might even be ready to try and stream from my new setup in my other room, which I'm hoping will be really cool and really good fun, because then it will mean that I won't need to take everything down and put everything back up every week in order to stream, which I'm also hoping may mean that then I can find it a bit easier to jump in and either stream with other people or stream more regularly as well. So one of the things, because I have had the last couple of weeks off work and I've got another couple of weeks off work again as well, which is really nice. So it's been really cool to be able to decompress. Just taking apart one of these little shiny bits for the dragon. I don't know what else to call it today as well. So yeah, and just adding that in. Oh, pretty, pretty, pretty. Cool. Thanks. Thanks, Brett. I'll have to touch base with you and see when I can figure that out. But yeah, we'll just have to message and keep tabs on Instagram or something, which would be really cool. So yes, Jake, I have been taking lots of sets apart in order to set up my background and make that look a little bit nicer and everything as well, which is kind of cool. Right, I'm just going to add this bit in and then show you where I am up to. So this is where we've gotten to now. So we've got like these little wavy bits here, which looks really cool and really pretty. And I think that this is pretty much the little snaky type body. Yeah. So really kind of cute. But like, again, like we sort of said, very serpent-like. Oh, been enjoying playing Star Conflict this week. Some really cool ships and missions. I don't know what Star Conflict is, but if you enjoy it, go for it. I tell you what, I have just been quietly obsessed with Animal Crossing since I got my Nintendo. So I really like hearing what other things people do in order to, you know, be able to relax and enjoy their lives. So that's really cool. So, oh, Em's really wanting to get the Batmobile that's coming out really soon. I don't think that I've seen the images of that yet, because that's one of the 3 DC sets that we got this year. Cool. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, just a bit more relaxing so that then I can do more of like my videos and my filming and eating my food at my dining table, funnily enough, and then actually do streaming in the other room and all of that sort of stuff. And I can see that Kaz has arrived backstage, which looks amazing. So I'm hoping that Kaz will let me know when she's ready. She's giving me the thumbs up. So let's add Kaz into the stream.
Hello.
Hey. How are you going?
Good. I'm glad to have caught you.
Yes, I know. It's lovely to have you here. You'll hear Pucky barking a little bit as well.
I thought as I was going to build the very same thing very soon, I might as well go for it.
Yeah, no, that sounds awesome. Perfect timing for us.
I've just been watching another dragon, the one that arrived at the ISS most of the morning.
Oh. What's that about? Have I missed something?
The Crew 2 Dragon with 4 astronauts aboard just arrived at the space station.
Oh, okay, right. Yes, I'm completely out of the loop. I have no idea what's going on in the world.
Fair enough. No, it's not going to sit up there, I don't think. I'll just cause damage if I leave it up there.
Yeah, we'll just have to show and tell as we go.
Wow, this is quite something, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's a very interesting piece. And
I mean, is it a dragon or a unicorn? I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the thing that's quite interesting, though, is when I saw the pictures of it, I just sort of went, there's something about the head that doesn't quite look right. And then when I sort of looked at the pictures, it does seem like the actual images, it does seem like there's more fur around the horn. So I don't know whether or not Lego saw early artwork and then they actually added in more fluffy bits.
Probably. Reminds me a bit of the early pictures of, what was it, the some of the new city sets with the road plates, and it looked like there was grass right up to the edge of the plates, and everybody was going, well, there's, you know, it looks really weird. They couldn't tell whether it was a new base plate or whatever, and I just looked at it and I went, that's a really bad Photoshop job. and everyone's like, oh yeah, you're right, actually. Don't get too excited.
Oh dear. It's always the way, though, isn't it? Right. I'm having to look at this picture very strangely. Right. I've got my first leg on. So I'm leg, body, and sort of tail going on with the dragon so far.
I'm just going to mute briefly while I undo these bags.
Yep. Cool. No worries. And then we've got M saying, I just want to set with something other than Batman or Superman. Fair call. People are saying hello to Kaz, which is lovely. And then, Doc saying, Mum's Bricks, didn't you win Jazz's drawing the other day? Question mark. We'll have to find out about Mum's Bricks' lucky streak or not. Oh my gosh, now my webcam's gone all fuzzy again. Oh no, not Mum's Bricks. A different person, different Lego and perhaps.
These macaronis are quite fun, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. It's sort of like, it's a very, again, it is a very serpent-looking dragon, which is, I guess, suits the style. So not the same as a Ninjago or an Elves dragon by any stretch of the imagination. Oh, okay. Yeah, mama here, mama there, mama everywhere. Loads of mamas out there.
Interesting new headpiece as well, I think.
Yeah, I know. That it is a really, really nice head and hat combo there, I think. So we're lucky to have that part added in to our collection.
Ridiculously, I'm most excited about this.
Yeah, that seemed very popular in the chat when I showed that.
The reason is I'm going to use it in my, I've been building monofigure habitats.
Oh, they've been looking amazing. I've been watching them.
I've got one in progress, which is sand green, and he's supposed to be a soldier standing at a guard post. And currently, all he's holding is a telescope piece and a pair of handcuffs. So it doesn't look very good, but I thought that would be an extra weapon, which would be very nice. Wibbly blade, very good. Anyway.
And Doc saying that he enjoyed the movie, which is nice to hear.
No, I haven't even seen the movie.
I haven't seen it either, which is a bit silly to be building the sets without any knowledge of the film at all.
Yeah. Well, I confess I've got this one to play with for an article, so we shall see how it goes. I won't be keeping it together probably, but trying to make something out of all the bits later on. So
yes, I think I'm not too sure what my plans are for the Raya sets. I do really like the look of the palace though, so one of the castle to a palace.
With those interesting domes on the top.
Yeah, exactly. And then we've got Mama Lego saying that she gets called Mama Bricks all the time. Doc saying that Raya looked pretty cool in the hat and the cloak. And the baby and the monkey stole the show. And Brickslot's here. Hey, Paul, how you going? I've managed to catch up on loads of your videos. I've been able to binge so much YouTube over the past week, which was really cool. I caught up on lots of Kaz's monofigure habitats, which are looking amazing. Of course, as everyone is aware, anything that's associated with rainbows steals my heart and wins me over.
Yep. Seems legit.
Yeah, so I can't wait to see them all lined up with each other. I think that would be
I love this as well. It's the first piece I've had that's in this colour, the sort of opalescent blue, whatever they call it.
Yeah, it's so pretty. It's been really nice to have the 1x1 round tiles in that same colour as well. So I've even been adding them to some of my displays, particularly in like the elves as well. They have a little bit of a different shimmer with the water.
Yeah.
Lots of people are saying hello to Sloth. Oh, Mama Lego is saying that she won. So there we go. Both mamas are here. Yes, Doc. Got all the mamas in the house. Mark's here as well. Hey, Mark. It's nice for you to be able to join us. And people are still catching up and saying hello to Sloth as well.
Confess I'm slightly disappointed that this tailpiece has a big sort of slot in the end of it.
Yeah, I've noticed that as well, and I thought that was a bit weird. It's a bit strange. Probably not what I would necessarily do.
No. There's probably a good reason why they did it, but they won't tell us what it is.
No, probably.
Seems to be a lot of decisions like that.
Yes.
If and when you eventually find out, you go, oh, right, well, why didn't you say so earlier?
No, that makes sense. Oh, dear, I've already gone astray. Yeah.
Oh, dear.
I've missed not an important part, but a part that does actually involve whether or not the poor dragon will have front legs or not.
Oh, well, quite an important part then.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh. I just really want to bite this off, but I know that I shouldn't. Good to be adult about this.
No teeth.
No teeth. Right, I've just got to take it. I've pretty much just got to take it. Let's fall apart.
I know they say on when you're on the stage it's eyes and teeth, but that's not the case here.
No, not at all. And then, oh, cool. And we're finding out. We're finding out what Mama Lego won, which is really cool. And then Brett is saying many mamas are here, but only one daddy choo-choo.
Right. Okay. Whatever.
And then Sloth is saying that they've got a ever colourful growing population of Sloth City, which I must admit has been fantastic to see. I have watched quite a few of your videos. Oh, no, I think I'm all caught up with your videos now, Sloth. And I absolutely loved seeing the arrival of lots of female aliens in your city as well. I thought that was really cool. And non-binary, female and non-binary aliens had arrived.
Have you had some time off then, Ruth?
Yes, I have, which has been really nice. So I was quite unproductive for the first week or so.
That's my current life.
So I was finally able to get going. Funnily enough, today seems to be a productive day.
Don't tell me you're back to work Monday.
No. Well, no, I've got another 2 weeks off, so that's going to be nice as well, and that's going to be really good. But it's also a public holiday on Monday anyway.
Okay.
Here. here in Australia. So
And what's the occasion there?
that's our Anzac Day. So our
Oh, right,
Australian
yeah.
Army Service Day, which is really cool. Oh, Raps needs to go and do some homework for uni. Yes, Raps, we love that you are such a smart little cookie and doing so well at uni. So enjoy your uni study, and thanks so much for stopping by, Raps.
Bye.
So I can't. Hopefully, Raps will post her aerial Atlantis castle mock on Instagram. I did enjoy seeing Raps's Rapunzel Tower. She did like a massive combo Rapunzel Tower, which was stunning.
Oh. This is quite exciting as well. You can see this being used in even the edge bits, the bits left over.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to save that in my little save drawer.
Yeah.
And see what else I can do with it.
You know that sometimes if you get like a rubber band or a cape, it comes in a little cardboard box. I've known people use those in mocks because it's official Lego. It's an official Lego piece.
Fair enough.
Strange lot.
Well, I suppose. Oh my gosh, my poor dragon's struggling. Right, I've got legs on. I think I still might need to hopefully add feet on because. Oh yes, I do get to add feet on, but that's where we're up to so far.
All right. So, well, I'm not too far behind. I've got the tail going, and I've got this pretty bit of whatever it is on the sides.
Yeah, the little swirly bits.
Yeah. Kind of surprised that the underside of that sheet is gold, if I'm honest.
I know. I was pleasantly surprised, a little bit confused by that.
I don't know. I mean, you can still see some of it under there, can't you? On the inside when you're looking at the bit. And I thought, well, I don't know, maybe the silver would have been better, but
yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. Come on your stream, being all down on everything. I should shut up.
No, that's fine. Asking questions is a good thing to be doing, I think. We need to make sure that we're thinking about things. I don't know enough about shiny paper, though, to make any sort of informed comment about
well,
whether
no, neither do I really.
Silver and silver on both sides, or quite how it works. Or if gold and silver alternate sided paper is then cheaper. Plastic.
Maybe it is cheaper. That could be an explanation.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just looking and making something and thinking, are they going to tell me when I finished it that I need to make 2 of them?
Oh my gosh, I know I did that. I think all the legs are actually separate.
Yeah, you're right.
Because I thought that too. I was like, that would be my luck. Right, the paws, dragon paws, are they paws? Feet?
Can you explain something to a poor confused old lady? Me.
I don't know.
What's with the sausage roll stuff?
There was a moment in a stream, I think it was before Christmas,
right,
where Jezza from Rogue Transformations mentioned very quietly in a very nonchalant comment that he had to go and have a sausage roll for lunch.
Right.
And then there was a cascading call from the chat about how fantastic sausage rolls are. And
no, wait a minute. I do vaguely remember that conversation because somebody said they didn't know what a sausage roll was. And
yes, and so
was that you or someone else?
It was probably me because since December, sausage rolls regularly occur, come up in conversation on my chat as sort of a meme.
Right.
But yeah,
so if the culmination of all that is Jez's fault, that's fine. I mean,
Yeah, well, we then found out he'd been keeping the fact that his wife's a baker under his hat all that time as well. So
that is very much under his hat. I didn't know that.
So I think that many of us were sort of like, oh, well, living his best life with his sausage rolls.
Well, it's just about lunchtime here, and I thought I'd hop on stream, so I just stuffed a Kit Kat in my face briefly before coming on. So I'll have a sandwich when I've finished. What have I got that I could quickly eat before?
Kit Kat. That'll do.
That will do.
Yes. So for some reason, the sausage rolls have just sort of stuck with my strain.
Fair enough.
But I think that there were a few people in the States and elsewhere that don't know what sausage rolls are. So that also created a lot of enthusiasm from many of us sausage roll fans about.
I don't know what I'm missing.
I know. But can you describe a sausage roll in a way that makes it sound delicious?
Yeah, I'll get back to you on that, I think.
Yeah, a bit challenging.
I mean, they do sound revolting, but they are pretty good if you're hungry.
Yes. Anything that's really sort of pastry, I think, can be quite sort of nice.
Yes.
Right. There we have our lovely dragon. Oops, I don't know which way I'm going with my camera. Here we go.
Oh, very good.
I'm loving the tail part.
Oh, yes, I haven't put that on yet. I've not got that far.
Very skinny, and I think that there is something to be said about the proportion of this neck, which I think might be part of the issue of why she looks a bit strange. But there we have that little bit done.
I'm trying to be clever and building both the front feet together. I know one's got to be a mirror of the other, presumably, so what could possibly go wrong?
Exactly. Who can say?
So how's your city coming along?
Oh my gosh, that's been very sad and slow at the moment, but I have been slowly getting some of the parts in order to try and finish off some of my mocks.
Oh, good.
So unfortunately, what usually happens though is that I get 1 or 2 brick orders in order to build more of my mocks, and then I realise that I need a few other parts in order to get it to where I want it to be.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I've been juggling coloured wish lists for the last, I don't know how many months.
Yes, oh my gosh.
I'm kind of almost at the end. There's about half a dozen bits that I'm still waiting for or haven't quite ordered yet. Unfortunately, they're proving to be either very well. Actually, no, I'm lying. There are 3 habitats that I could build, but either there is not sufficient parts for the minifigure to be finished, or the part that you can finish the minifigure, but the parts for the habitat itself is stupidly expensive. So that example would be the Nougat one. You can sort out a regular Nougat figure, and it's only in the massive Ninjago City Gardens that you've got 1x2 and 1x1 and bricks and 1x2 plates in Nougat. So the cost of them is something horrific, and I'm just sitting there going, oh. So that might have to wait until I'm feeling flush one decade or other. The others are coming on quite well actually, and it's been quite fun to, because I haven't gone to eBay and just bought the figures like you can if you want to. But quite often they're ridiculously expensive, and if you just have a bit of patience, you can have a wish list on Bricklink for whatever colour it is, and then it's been quite fun tracking down the parts that I know you can make the minifigures and the habitats from. And sometimes, yes, I will hold my head up now. You can tut all you like, but sometimes the only available part for a minifigure is printed in that colour, and so I've had to do a little bit of creative polishing, shall we say, to remove the print. But I'm happy with that. It's bite me.
Well, sometimes we have to do what we have to do, and Bricksloth is saying that their Bricklink order included aliens, decorated slopes, old school windows, fencing, and plants. It's like Christmas.
God, this bottom jaw's a bit of a devil to get on, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's very delicate.
Snap shut.
Yep.
Do not be putting your fingers in the way.
Nope.
I've caught up a bit. There we are.
I know you have.
I haven't put this on yet, though. That's the next thing, is it?
The next little bit. Oh.
The swishy tail.
I'm just. Yes, and sometimes I do use the harder bit of an art eraser in order to remove stuff off Lego pieces, paint off Lego pieces, whilst polishing.
I can't say I've used an eraser. I just get the Brasso out, which is a bit stinky, but it does work.
Yeah.
Wash it afterwards, it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. There had been times that I had used just like acetone, like nail polish remover, but sometimes I found that did do weird stuff to the plastic if I wasn't careful enough. Yeah,
it does. Brasso, I don't know what that's a brand here, but it's what you use to polish brass pots and whatever. Certainly the formulation that's in the UK seems to be okay for taking the paint off, but not doing anything else. No, not doing any other damage. So
yeah, cool. And that's but sometimes, like if I want to remove paint off mini doll faces, I find that using like the little eraser is heaps easier.
Well, I thought it would be kind of abrasive enough, because it does take quite a lot of effort, especially if it's a heavy print with the Brasso. But I could try. I don't know if I've got any erasers that are that kind of scratchy, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, I think the main thing that I do with that is if I've ordered mini doll parts off Bricklink, sometimes I'll get the elves' heads and then put their face tattoos off in order to just turn them into regular citizens.
Right.
So
yeah,
sometimes that's
regular citizens with large ears.
Yeah, different hair pieces. There's nothing wrong with large ears.
No, I'm not saying there is.
All the better to hear people with.
Exactly. Wouldn't dream of saying anything about people with big ears.
No, exactly. And then Ratner's saying it would be amazing if Lego was to make Mushu in a Mulan set, since Mushu and Sisu look kind of similar as far as dragons are concerned. So that's actually a very good point, Ratner. Possibly we might be able to make an effort to mock one as well if we don't get an official version. Oh, drats, I forgot to bring my parts cup over.
Your what cup?
I usually have like a little takeaway dish to put all my spare one by everything in as I'm finishing off bags. So I don't accidentally fling them across the table in a fit of excitement. Oh, and I have just finished the little waterfall section.
Excellent.
Which looks really cool, and we can actually lift up the waterfall.
Yeah.
As it's flowing. It's got really nice architecture. I really like the way how that sort of looks.
The white and gold looks really nice, doesn't it? The white and gold looks really nice.
Yeah, with the blue and the teal as well. It sort of looks really pretty.
I think I'm going to leave the sticker off this bit because I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it in the future. So
yes,
I shall.
The chat can see my version with the sticker on anyway, so they won't need stickers. Although my light is making that a bit tricky to see anyway. But yeah, the sticker looks really pretty, but not for everyone. Right, Kaz, I might just leave you to chat to the chat temporarily while I myself and open up my bag, which I don't usually get to do. People just have to listen to shuffle around.
Go for it. Not that I'm saying anything of very much interest, I don't think, but ooh. So I'm guessing somebody or something is supposed to come crashing through this waterfall, but not having watched the movie, I have no idea what's supposed to happen.
No, me either. So we won't really know. Now I am moving on to the next little bit, which is our little next section of the castle, and it does look like that this is where we add in all our stickers as well.
These are quite fun as well, aren't they? These bits that appeared in the police station first, I think it was. Yeah,
I don't know whether or not I've seen those before. This might be the first time that I've seen those parts.
Definitely the first time I have, yeah, because I didn't get the police station. I only just saw the photos of it, so.
I know. Well, it's tricky to try and get everything all the time that we'd like.
Yes, I've come to quite an acceptance recently that there are many Lego sets that I love, but I'm never going to buy, so that's fine.
Yeah.
It's just, it's not just the money factor. It's even if you like something, it's like, where the hell am I going to put it when I've got it?
Yeah.
So I tend to think to myself, okay, if I can somehow work it into either my Ninjago district or use it for habitats or Micropolis, then probably it can be purchased if I've got the money. But otherwise, I'm like, as you can see, my city's pretty full, so I need a bit of rationalisation at some point.
And I think that sort of is what happens as well, isn't it? Is that it's just always tend to run out of space, and then it's sort of like, well, it seems a shame to get especially like a really large and involved set and then not be able to enjoy it, like to be able to build it and leave it somewhere for a little while and then be like, okay, I have to pack it away now.
Well, that's it. I mean, I've got about at the moment about half a dozen small to medium sets in my backlog, and most of those are ones that have only just arrived for review or whatever, and I haven't got around to building them yet. There's one or two that I think I got for Christmas presents from my lug and other things that I haven't built. One of them definitely, because I've already got a copy of it, and I'm sitting here thinking, I don't know what I should do with that now. And another because it's this theme that I'm not really mad keen on, so even if I built it just for the sake of building it, I'd be like, well, and I'm not necessarily convinced that the parts are going to be amazing for building with, so I'm just sort of sitting here contemplating what I'm going to do at the moment. There's still room for a backlog cupboard, obviously. I haven't got that bad yet.
Well, I have, it's been quite interesting because I have noticed since I've been live streaming more regularly is that I don't have much of a backlog. So I tend to try and build the official sets on stream.
Yeah.
And there's moments where I'm like, I don't have enough Lego sets before the next release in order to be able to continue to do that. So then then I get to go back through my back catalogue and sort of go, oh, what's a fun set from a few years ago that we haven't seen for a little while? That would be a fun build, which has been really nice as well. But then I just sort of go, it also seems like such a shame to then have that on my dining table for a day or two and then be like, got to pack it away before next Saturday.
Yeah. I do like the way they've made the tops of these art columns.
Yeah.
I've got a few of these pieces kicking around because they were on the pick-a-brick wall for a while here.
The flowery sort of looking ones.
Yeah, so the turquoisey, medium azure. and I grabbed a handful of them and thought, oh, I'll do something with those at some point. And some of them I've still got, and others I've managed to build into something. So it wasn't a complete waste of time. The trouble is, though, they're upside down, really, aren't they?
Yeah.
The interesting way that they're shown to you is that way up, but the studs are that way up. So it's a lot harder to kind of do something useful with them without having to faff about reversing the direction of the studs. So
Yeah. I think the nicest thing that I've ever seen them used for it was a lantern in one of the elf sets hanging off a tree. But that's just personally, I liked the way that sort of looked. And
that would be nice. This is a nice printed tile. I do like that.
Yeah, it is. Very nice.
Like you, I've been looking at that. What is it? 43181, the big palace. Thinking, wow, there's some really interesting bits in that. But again, I'll be like, how am I going to do it now? I don't know. Maybe I could see myself possibly doing something Ninjago-ish with that, because let's face it, my Ninjago district has got all sorts of random stuff in it. So that's a pretty panel you have there, miss.
I've just been stickering. So I wanted to show the chat that I got nice square stickers on this week.
Yeah.
Unlike some weeks where things go slightly astray.
They are nice stickers. Again, I don't know if maybe I won't put them on to start with, but
well, just see how you go. It sort of does make. So that's where I'm up to with our little castle extension bit.
Hello, I've got 3 pieces left over, and I'm not supposed to have 3. I'm only supposed to have 1. Where have I missed? the little quarter tiles. Where have they come?
Did you put them on the front paws of the dragon?
I did not. No, those. I've put those on. But it's the quarter tile in aqua. Yeah,
no, they're meant to go down here.
Oh, see, right, okay.
On his paws, her paws.
Are they pointing outwards or inwards?
I've done mine the same direction.
You what? Hedging your bets, darling, are we?
No.
I've just looked at the picture. Right.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm just changing one of the paws.
That would be the equivalent of a horse's fetlocks, I think.
Oh, okay. I do dog paws. That's my only reference in life.
No, the fetlocks are some horses have, well, particularly things like Shire horses, the big ones, have those sort of furry booties around their ankle parts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're fetlocks, apparently. And I don't know why they're called that, but there must be a good reason. And I've got a pair of furry, sort of just above ankle length boots that I wear in the house, basically slippers for the winter. I call those my furry fetlocks. In bright pink, and they're very warm, but they do look a bit silly.
Yeah. And Darren and Coralie are here. They're cooking a late dinner, but not sausage rolls, Kaz. Which is fine. I didn't have sausage rolls for dinner either tonight. I ended up having roast veggies, which were very delicious.
It's more of a snack, if I'm honest. I wouldn't call it dinner.
No. The sausage roll mean coming back to haunt me.
Yes. Always and forever.
Exactly.
Here lies Ruth, haunted by sausage rolls.
And she never complained about it, not even once.
No. Are you a veggie?
No.
Oh, well, at least you're not sensitive that way. As in being haunted by sausage rolls when you're a veggie would be pretty bad, really. So.
No. But according to British, you can actually get vegan or vegetarian sausage rolls anyway. So
you can actually, yes. You may have heard of the fast food chain called Greggs in the
Yes,
UK.
very popular in the chat.
Indeed, yes. Purveyor of fine sausage rolls, of regular sausage roll, well, as fine as they get, really, sort of thing. Which isn't that fine, admittedly, but I've got vegetarian friends who absolutely adore their vegan sausage rolls. So I can't say it's a long time since I've set foot in a Greggs full stop. And I was never much of a sausage roll buyer when I was there, but I've never actually tasted the vegan version, so I can't vouch for it one way or another.
No. And Robin Hull is here, which is nice to see.
You
are
Hello,
going
Mum. Who's he calling Mum?
the vegan pasty is tasty. Oh, bless. And everyone's saying hello to Robin now, which is lovely to see. Right. I've got to make sure that I've got my things in the right direction though. And I'm not going in the same direction accidentally.
Accidentally unidirectional could be terrible.
I know. Heavens forbid. And Sloth is saying that they have a near alien cat or fox as an alien pet for their alien citizens. Where's Pucky? Oh, Pucky's on the sofa having a little bit of a nap. Robin.
Doing what Pucky does normally then.
Yeah. Resting or barking. So that's where I'm up to so far, which is looking really cool.
Friends of mine have an idiot lurcher. I mean, they call him an idiot, so I'm only going by what they say, and he is actually an idiot. But he's on Instagram as Diesel the Super Dog. Diesel as in the stuff you put in the car. So we go and have a follow of Diesel the Super Dog. He's completely barking mad most of the time. And his post this morning was like laying on the bed going, "I don't want to go out, dog mum." And I just stay here all weekend. It's like, you're a very lazy dog, Diesel.
And she's here. Hey Joe, how you going? Everyone's saying her. Oh, I can't. Oh, I don't. I think I've got too much stuff in the way. And you can't really see him. I can only just see his ears and his little nose at the moment. When he gets up and he moves over this side, I'll try and remind me, and I'll show you Pucky then.
Diesel's got a bad paw at the minute, and he's had a cone of shame on for about a week. And my God, his face. I mean, he's got a long face anyway because he's a lurcher, but the faces he's been pulling wearing this wretched cone of shame has been really quite funny. Obviously not to Diesel, but everybody else has been laughing, so.
Oh, poor thing.
Like, the comments like, what satellite channels are you getting on that, Diesel?
No, a friend of mine, they've got like a little Boston, and he recently had to have his big operation to become a they and no longer a he. And quite a few people said, "Oh, how is he finding the cone of shame?" And my friend Cassie was like, "Doesn't have to wear one because he can't bend that way." It's the same as Pucky. So we can't. Yeah, Pucky's little chunky body can't reach in that direction, which is really cool.
Probably best.
I
did get to Blue Water, yes, but don't tell anybody. It's a secret. No, it was fine. There weren't many people about. I went on Tuesday morning just before lunch, and managed to. They were still rationing the pick-a-brick to only 2 pots each, which was a bit of pain. Which I think is weird because the Lego management have told the staff at the Blue Water shop that you can only sell 2 pots of pick-a-brick per person. Yeah. For reasons that they haven't really explained. I mean, they want to sell it so that they can turn it over so they can get some new stock, but they won't let them. And then some other friends of mine who then subsequently, having been told they could only buy 2 pots from Blue Water, went to Leicester Square and said, how many pots can I buy here? And Leicester Square looked at them as if they were mad and said, well, you can have as many as you want. So goodness knows what's going on there.
Very strange.
Mm. It's slightly annoying, really. I mean, I didn't want loads of stuff, but I had to restrict myself to picking the best bits. Actually, some of it was just big structural pieces, like 2x4 bricks, 2x6 bricks, which are very boring, but I use a lot of those underneath the Micropolis buildings, building the bases. Yeah, I do sometimes just order really cheap used ones from Bricklink.
Yeah.
But I think they're even cheaper if you can get new ones from a Pick-a-Brick wall.
Yeah.
And it's a bit nicer if they're new ones generally, because you don't always see the chewing marks then, do you? Blue Water was bereft of sets online. Well, that I don't believe what's online, Robin. They got loads of stuff. They got I saw loads of, well, not loads and loads, but I saw a decent number of bouquets and bonsai trees, and certainly their shelves didn't look bereft at all. So I think what might have happened is early on in the pandemic they sent a lot of stock out to the shops, and that's why they were a bit short of it online. So if you can get to Blue Water, I would say it's probably worth a punt, because there's still plenty of stuff there.
Robin's response, bugger.
Yeah. I picked up a bouquet because that was one of the ones I wanted, and I haven't seen it online for weeks and weeks. It's not been available online. So that was one reason for going. And what else was there? I was trying to think. I wasn't looking that generally, so I suspect some of the new stuff, like the Technic or whatever, was out, but I don't know that Robin's particularly interested in that anyway. So. What else are you looking for, Robin? Do you know? Give us some examples, and I'll rack my brains to see if I can remember seeing them.
And M saying 2 pots of Pick-a-Brick is preposterous.
Indeed.
I can't even get 1 pot, M. I'm still patiently waiting for my Lego store.
Yes, right, we should not look a gift horse in the mouth, should we, really?
Right, chat. Which would you prefer, the boats or the castle next?
Castle.
Let's do castle then.
Sadly, I don't have that to build with you, but I might be able to find something else downstairs that I need to put together.
Yeah, well, just stay for as long as you can. You're obviously more than welcome to hang out and potter.
Oh, that was a woof from his lordship.
Alliteration. Oh, Bricky should stay in the castle as well. Good.
Dom's charger for Mrs. H. I don't remember seeing it, but I really wasn't looking for it, so it could well be there. Try and ring them up, actually. They should answer the phone and tell you. More reliable than the online inventory, which I don't think they're keeping that up to date now. So.
Pucky, shush, bub. Pucky's up again, but he's in the dark hallway, so you won't be able to see him yet. I'll wait until he comes back.
What am I supposed to do with this chest, this little box?
Oh, it goes in the little compartment in the castle.
Because they haven't actually showed what to do with it yet. They've just said build it.
Yeah.
No, it's under there. Right. God. Sorry.
It's tucked in here.
Really not being very observant today, am I?
Yeah, that's fine. You're in the right stream. It's like so.
I mean, they haven't even gone to the thing of, highlighting on the set with the red line where things go. So I'm hopeless.
We need more help, Lego.
Oh, dear Lord.
Especially
we do need more help at some point. But...
Especially I find multitasking, it's the worst. That's why I was trying to read chat, talk.
technology and build is.
Yeah, I don't blame Robin for buying it cheaper from Amazon. Although personally, I'm trying to avoid using Amazon as much as possible, but I don't begrudge anybody else who does. I know there are plenty of other examples of evil core, but you know.
Just playing around with another little character. I don't know what his name is. Is it saying something? Oh yes, Tuck Tuck. That's right.
Oh yes, that bizarre sort of slug-looking creature.
Tuck Tuck. Very cute. Oh, Elle. Elle's here. Hey, Elle. Going Tuck Tuck. Yes, thank you. I've just had to move my boxes around to make sure that I've got everyone's names showing upwards. And then I'll probably have to update my thumbnail photo as well because I ended up getting just way too distracted this afternoon as I was moving my room around and forgot to take a thumbnail photo for the last night and I had to piece one together.
This is also my very first coral piece in coral.
Ooh, cool.
It is a nice colour, isn't it? I need to revamp my underwater scene, really. A few months ago now, I realise I had to move, basically take the underwater diorama apart because behind it was some folding tables that I needed to get out, and I didn't really plan it properly, and I couldn't get them out without moving the whole diorama. But it was terribly dusty and needed massive loads of attention anyway, so it was probably no bad thing. But I've just basically, it's still sitting under there in its sort of boxes, and it needs dusting and having a look at and doing a bit of giving a bit of TLC.
I know it's always tricky when we're trying to rearrange everything. That's what I was finding even today as I was like sorting out my other room. I was just there going, every time I got to one bit, I was like, oh, that cascades and has a domino effect on this bit. And now I'm going to have a look at that bit. And it's just like, oh my gosh.
Indeed.
Right, let's get... right. We've also got so a gorgeous looking little purple wolf, which I love.
Ooh, yes.
Very cute. So Tuck Tuck and Sirlot.
So what is Tuck Tuck supposed to be?
Well, I'll have to find out from the chat.
It just looks like a sort of armadillo thing.
Yeah, I found it interesting that Tuck Tuck has connections inside. Also,
is he an armadillo or is he something else?
I don't know. I don't know. Neither of us have seen the movie, so I don't know whether or not we're the best people to be discussing Tuck Tuck.
Either that or an armoured slug. I don't know.
Something. Well, his face looks kind of furry, though. Looks like
yeah, doesn't it? He's a big cat-like armadillo. So he's a cross between a cat and an armadillo. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Whatever.
Tuck's transportation.
He does look like an oversized woodlouse, you're right. A furry woodlouse.
Yes.
Bits of a furry. I think this is also my first coral flower piece as well.
Oh, really? Oh, cool. Right.
Nice.
I've got too much stuff now.
Too much stuff. Surely not this.
No, too much stuff in front of me. Going to disappear into the...
Just being a good girl and putting my shrapnel away, all the extra bits.
Oh, good. Good. Yeah, and the friends around here. Sloth is saying, I've about given up on trying to find Tuck Tuck. Tuck Tuck and the Friends Cinema are the two parts pieces that Sloth wanted this year, although there's still 8 months to go.
Well, I was a bit in despair about the bonsai tree because it was unavailable online for so long, but eventually came back again. So
Oh, that's good to know. Yeah, I think I haven't gotten that one yet. I think I'm still waiting to get that set. Fingers crossed that I will be able to get it when I want it. But it was still quite interesting because it did end up in a few of like our non-Lego stores. So like I think Big W and Kmart have it
right.
for a bit cheaper than the official Lego store. So that's probably where I'll be getting that one from.
Well, it seems to be running theme, doesn't it? Really.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, apart from Amazon, there aren't many places in the UK that regularly have things a lot cheaper than, and by a lot cheaper I mean more than about 5 or 10% off.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Occasionally somewhere like Argos, which is the catalogue shop, has stuff. They'll do like 2 for 3 or maybe log off or something, but you know, all the sort of stories that like you and Greg tell of getting these huge discounts from some of the big department stores in Oz, and I'm like, if only.
Yeah. It's, oh, here is. Who was talking about the cape? Was it Doc? I think Doc was talking about the cape earlier. That looked really cool.
Oh, a cape or a cake?
Cape.
Ah, no, I was talking about the box the cape comes in. That looks nice. Is that silky looking?
Yeah, it's a bit shinier than normal. And it's got like the dark red on the outside and then a brighter red on the inside. I don't know if my lighting's
yeah. Nice.
now a bit. But also a bit of a different shape.
Oh yes, it's sort of one of those ones that kind of off the shoulder, isn't it?
So it kind of sits a little bit differently than some of the other capes that I have encountered previously. Oh.
Yeah, sadly, by the time I've paid for my travel, it probably wouldn't be worth the effort, Robin, to get a job at Leicester Square. Even a job at Bluewater would be a pain because I have to go over the Dartford crossing twice, and that's just a hideous mess most of the time. Well, pre-pandemic it certainly was regularly so. Now I've got to think what I could possibly do with some of these bits.
Yes, have a brainstorm, Kaz.
I do like that as a waterfall though. That is a nice colour.
Right, yeah. Knocking everything over. Oops.
Has that palace that you're building now got a lot of the bright light yellow, the lemon colour in it or not?
There's a little bit in bag 3, but probably bag 4.
Okay. I just wondered because these bits have got bits of the lemon colour in for no real readily apparent necessity reason, if you know what I mean. I'm not saying it's not welcome, but it's a bit unusual in terms of you know, the rest of the colours, I suppose. But
it does seem to be one of those colours that pops up a little bit more regularly in Friends and Princess sets, though. So,
yes, indeed, yes.
So that might be part of the reasoning for the colour choice, perhaps.
Yeah.
Robin's
appeals to the ladies. Is that what you're saying?
It's just those sets can appeal to anyone. More feminine in style.
Yes.
But what was I going to say? I can't even remember. I've lost track now.
Sorry.
Well, it's just more of their colour palette, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
well, I say I've almost finished building a habitat in that colour.
in the lemony yellow.
Yeah, it's a really nice colour. I do like it, but unfortunately, currently the only way to get legs, the only way to get the minifigure body, arms, hands, and legs is Rabbit from Winnie the Pooh.
Oh.
And whilst there's lots of hair available in that colour as well, there's no minifigure head available in that colour. Now, if Rabbit's head was not dual moulded, which apparently it is, says friends of mine who have it, I would contemplate buying an extra. Well, I don't have that set, but buying Rabbit separately to become the star of one of my habitats, shall we say, and not mention the Brasso. But sadly, because it's dual moulded, it's not really going to work. So again, I say I've built the thing and it's sort of sitting there, but it will have to wait to be finished until I can find some sort of head to put on it, unfortunately, which is a bit sad. The same with that spring green, you know, the sort of not the minty green that's light aqua, but the yellower one.
Yeah.
You can get heads and bodies, and the only legs you can find have got blue hips and dual molded blue and that colour legs. So you can't actually have a proper leg thing built either. But I have an idea how I might sort that out. I don't know. But there's some really good. There's the beard and some of the wild hair from Hidden Side in that colour.
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah, and of course a couple of pickaxes. So I'm going to have the sort of guy supposedly working in a mine, I think, with his pickaxes, looking like he's sort of been hammering away at stuff. But I don't know whether I'll get that one finished due to the leg issue. I suppose I could possibly bury him up to his waist in something, couldn't I? That could work.
Possibly.
Bit of a cheat, but
creative
interpretation, darling. That's what it is.
Exactly. And probably a bit easier to do that than to not have a head.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, for the minute, I might just buy Rabbit and stick Rabbit in there without doing anything to Rabbit. But I mean, I think you can buy. There's a torso that's in that colour, but you have to take a lot of print off it. But Rabbit's the only way to get the arms and the hands in the right colour, I think.
Oh, yeah.
As well. But like I said, no head. So, I mean, I've got transparent heads I could put on as a placeholder. So it wouldn't be terrible, but it wouldn't be great.
Yes, but sometimes we just have to do the best with what Lego gives us.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
Especially
I need to do a bit more.
Thinking of our mocks specifically.
Sorry?
Especially when Lego aren't thinking of our mocks.
Well, absolutely. They need to pull their fingers out, don't they?
How dare they?
So I'm going to nip downstairs and see what else I've got to build.
Yes, cool.
I will be back in a bit.
Excellent. No worries. I will bounce and then hopefully you can give me a wave when you are returned. Ready to build once more. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, that looks good. Oh, well, I might just leave that up so that then everyone can do that. And then Elle saying I could go for many different mini doll parts. Oh, I know. It's very exciting when we get more mini doll parts, I think. Very cool. I know, Sloth. But that's because of the creative way that you go about putting your city together. I think that's one of the most amazing things about your city and your channel is that you just sort of go for it with whatever parts you have at hand. Which is so cool. Robert's back. Excellent. Okay. Now I put that in this little section.
I'm back.
Yay. Oh, and I have just finished building a little saddle.
Excellent.
So very cute. Very, very cute. Now I get to start on the. It's just a matter of finding what I need on. Oh, cool. The rabbit helicopter rescue.
Yes, the rabbit helicopter rescue was there.
I don't think that that's its official name.
No,
That's what
rabbit. I'm sure rabbit isn't.
Or faking it with something when it's something available. Yes, we've all had to fake it now and again.
I don't know what you mean.
Right. On to the palace section now.
I'm fairly optimistic though, because I mean, it was only recently that you've been able to build a fully teal minifigure. You know, the dark turquoise colour. Well, I say minifigure; it has to have a troll's head, but I'm prepared to have a troll's head.
Yeah, that'll do.
Because to be honest, if it's just got a minifigure head and that's it, it's a bit boring. But I'm enjoying making sort of the scenes that go with it and giving them something appropriate to be doing rather than just standing there like a statue.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think one of the things that I've always enjoyed about your like little habitats and everything is that they all sort of ties into something, even with your micro scale builds as well, is that it's trying to make it make sense and make it relevant and give it a story. And that's again one of the reasons why I like Sloth's city as well, because Sloth always has a good story about characters and buildings and everything too. I think Jacob did that very well as well. And quite often for me, I'm just like going, this is a bakery. I built it. Does it look cool?
I'm good at making things up. That's all it is.
Like a volunteer, which is lovely.
I don't know. It's odd, really, because I've done many sort of crafty things in my time, like building 12th scale doll houses and stuff like that. And there's always been a story in my head for those as well. So it's definitely not something I just do for Lego.
I think some people just, you sort of tend to think in that sort of way, I guess.
Yeah.
Or, who would live here and what would they be doing and why did they pick this place or whatever.
I kind of think it makes it easier to build something that looks convincing that way.
Mm.
If you just sort of build it randomly and then think, well, what is this building, or who might live here, or whatever, somehow it just doesn't end up being quite as fully formed and finished, I find. Whereas if you go, I mean, sometimes I do admit I'll build, particularly like the Micropolis, I'll build something and then think, what is this? Is it an office or is it an apartment block or whatever? And other times I'm like straight from the off, I was like, right, I'm going to build a hideous nuclear power plant now, and having made that decision, then that's basically what fuels the rest of the build. So I do like this red hairpiece she's got, actually.
Yeah, it is. It's really nice, isn't it?
I've got an awful lot of bald mini dolls because I have had quite a few friends sets over the years, and I really like the hair pieces, but of course I don't do anything with the mini dolls. So there's all these bald mini dolls kicking around in a box. I think I should do something with, but
I know I think quite a few people are in that same situation. I did get a lovely mini doll haul from the woodshop teacher a few weeks ago.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, which was amazing, which I have recorded a video, but I recorded it on my new camera. I can't figure out how to get the video off the camera and onto my computer.
You don't have a card reader or something?
Hey?
Do you not have a card? Is there presumably there's a memory card in the camera?
Yeah, I don't have a card reader. I might need to get one in order to get the footage off it.
Have you got a Mac or a PC?
Mac.
It's a bit trickier with a Mac because they don't often have USB ports, do they?
Yeah, no, mine doesn't. I have to have like a little dongle in order to be able to have USBs.
Well, if that's the case, you're on your own, girl, because I can't help you.
No, exactly. No, it's really funny though, because I think what happened was that when I first switched the camera on, the screen on the back came up with this QR code. And for me, I was just like, oh, there's QR codes all over the instructions. That's probably just saying, you can scan it and you can read the instructions, blah, blah, blah. But that was actually the QR code in order to link all my devices.
Oh, right. He's got wireless transfer, has it?
I think so.
Right.
And I was just like going, I can't find that QR code again anywhere.
I think all this stuff, though, sometimes you just think, why can't you just have a hole to plug a bloody wire in?
That's exactly where I was like going, can I just plug it in and get my photos that way? I'm happy.
Why does it have to be this difficult? And, it's much, much, much harder to physically hack into something that you've got to plug in than it is to have Wi-Fi with every flipping thing that you own. And I just think to myself,
I'm just like going, I'm sure that whoever hacks into my camera would be bitterly disappointed with the excessive amount of Lego content.
Could be another Lego YouTuber, you never know.
Going, oh, this person's in Perth and is getting everything 2 months behind everyone else.
Oh, look, I built a heart.
Oh, I know. That's actually quite cute. I do like how in a lot of the friends sets, everything's based around heart-shaped stuff. I'm doing all the cute stuff. And Brick of Golom is also saying that she has been enjoying your monofigure habitats, Cass.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I've got quite a few more built, but I haven't done any more filming, so you're going to have to see a few other bits and pieces in the next few days first. I hope to get some more filming done soon.
Yes. And it's always the balance, isn't it, with our Lego YouTube hobby, is finding the time to do both.
Yes.
And then Brick of Golem saying, I did not pay attention on my last PC that it does not have a port for an SD card. Very annoying now. Etherconnect camera with the cable will go via my old PC. Yes. It just ends up being very complicated.
And yet they trumpet all these features, and most people would be just glad not to bother.
I just wanted to plug my camera in and just export it via a plug to my from my camera to my PC and just let me do it that way. I don't need it to be that fancy. Just let me live my simple life.
It's a bit like Dropbox on my PC. It's installed a silly app that every time I double click the thing, anything that's got a Dropbox link in it, it opens this app, and I can sync things and I can do all sorts of flashy bits and pieces. So how do I use Dropbox? I've got a shortcut to the folder that I just drag things into. That works fine. I don't need any of the extra craft that comes with it.
You don't need to do that. No need.
Exactly.
Fancier
It
than
just
what
sits there on my PC, taking up room and resources. Oh, now we've turned into a tech moaning channel.
Exactly. Which is hilarious coming from me, especially.
No surprise coming from me, generally.
Right, I'm liking this so far. This is a very cool little castle. Castle mob. Hell, be right back. Gonna make some sausages. Put it in a roll.
You can really go off some people, can't you?
Love that. Oh dear.
Now I'm hungry. I hate you all.
Yes, I know. This is what happens to me every week as well. I'm just like, what time is it here? I don't even know. It's 9:30 on a Saturday night, and all I'm doing is thinking about what delicious pastries I should be eating.
Oh, it's an hour and a half past lunchtime here. I might have to build this and then run away to get some lunch.
That sounds like a fair call.
Shouldn't take that long.
Right. Okay. Oh, Lego girl's here. Hey, Lego girl. I know, Sloth. That's really cool. Like I've said before, is that I really like the style of videos that even you and even Elle does as well, where you guys just press record and film it and just get on with your life.
Oh, if only we could do that. Just get on with our life.
Yeah, it's so cool. Like, but again, I always think that that's one of the nice things about our community is that everyone has like a different style and their own way of going about things and everything. And I go, and we don't all need to be doing the same style of videos or builds or whatever. I think that would make things very dull.
It would. You've built this set, haven't you, Ruth?
Yep.
I'm just wondering, there's these really nice stickers on a white background.
Yep.
The control panel and the map bit. And then they go and stick them on a brown tile. It just seems a bit...
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. No, I don't know. I can't explain that.
Maybe it's supposed... Well, I suppose it's hanging from a tree. Maybe it's supposed to be a wooden sign or something. In which case, I'd have printed it on brown. But I don't know. I know nothing.
No. It's another one of those decisions that Lego makes where we sort of go, huh? What? I don't understand that. And Sloth is saying that they now make custom thumbnails on their phone. Cool. Right. This is where my castle's up to so far.
Oh, that looks exciting.
So it's all sort of hingy bits.
Articulated.
Yes, which is really awesome.
I didn't realise it was Raya's bendy castle.
Yep, that's what it is. Right. I've got another crinkly bag to open, so I'll leave you with the chat for a mere moment, Gabs.
Fair enough. Blah, 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 blah. That's quite a nice little tree. Although, you know, one more piece of tree limb might have been generous on their part. Got a very thick trunk and not much on top.
That seems to be one of those things, though, doesn't it, with some of the Lego trees? I find them a bit squat and leafless,
Yep.
for the want of a better word. But I'll try and shuffle things around a bit more. Some strange reason I'm running out of room yet again.
I can't think why that won't be.
I know, it's surprising. But I'll just quickly rearrange stuff.
Just realised the past few minutes something's been going off in my pocket. Annoying me.
Hitting messages.
I hope you didn't hear that. That was just a massive stomach rumble.
Oh, no. Oh, God. Right, I have more stickers to apply. Oh. There an up and a down to this, or are they the same? No, they're not the same. There is an up and a down. Right. Focus.
Presumably you're doing it with a thingamy what's it.
No, most people would be horrified at how I apply stickers.
What?
Just with my paws. Just with my human hand.
It's much easier with a brick separator. That's the word I was looking for. My poor addled brain was desperately clutching for.
Yes. Not. It did focus briefly. Anyway, that's one sticker that's on there in a very blurry fashion. all those Disney Raya sets look like they do have a ton of cool parts. Yeah, I think it's interesting. It's been sort of like quite an enjoyable build so far. I do think that the dragon is quite svelte. And probably not the best dragon that I've ever built, but does actually look quite nice in reality. I think that possibly the neck is a little bit too long and there needed to be more fur around the horn. But the castle and the waterfall look really nice. The little tuck armadillo pug cat cross is really cute. And the mini dolls are fantastic. So there's a lot to like.
Oh, I've got another I Heart HLC mug. Woo!
Yay! I love those. Right. Remember what they all say, Ruth. Apply the sticker properly or Cornet will never stop screaming at me. I'm doing really well with my stickers this week so far. I'm quite proud of myself at this stage. Who knows? I usually get worse with stickers as the evening goes on, though.
So there's still time to mess it up. Don't worry.
Yeah. There's still time to stuff it all up. But I don't think I've done any stickering tonight that would be needing to get a stern talking to. Right, and I will just put this little bit together and give you guys another look at where we're up to.
I was about to say this didn't take as long as I thought, and then I realised I've got another bag to do.
Oh dear.
Ooh.
So we have this end of the build with the stickery little bit there, which does sort of open out. And then I've started to put in the little walls to the other section, which also folds.
Is that sticker pattern very similar to one that's on the other build?
Yes.
It looks very complementary, shall we say?
Yes, very similar indeed. Oh.
Ah, yes.
Oh no, that's
She's obviously got a design aesthetic that she likes, hasn't she?
Yes. Let's go this way. That's probably easier for you guys to see. Although it's very shiny because I've had to put lights on, my lamp on. Otherwise I'll look like I'm sitting here in the dark. And there is the top and the bottom on the sticker sheet as well for that particular pattern.
Oh, yes, very nice.
So assuming that we'll have the other one at the other end of the building. It's just my guess. But that's going to be what I suspect will happen.
I'm a bit confused by this set. In that,
Yeah.
what have the rabbits got to do with an island?
Obvious. It's obvious, Kaz, if you don't think about it in any logical fashion at all.
Right.
Because rabbits always go swimming in the river and end up on a little heart-shaped island that then drifts out to sea.
Ah, that's what it is.
Therefore, they need to go onto the jetty to go onto the helicopter to be able to rabbit rescue them.
Ah, clear as mud, dear.
You know, that's what we would all do for, you know, animals in need. Spend time, energy, and effort in a helicopter. Now, this is actually quite interesting, gang. I am going to show you this. And when I first saw this part, I assumed that it was going to be one of those normal, just, you know, where we've got the 1x1 brick down the bottom and the pillar up here, but it's more complicated than that. We've actually got this random part, which I've never seen before, but I'm assuming that some sort of technic whiz kid probably knows what this is. And then we attach that to the little clip and the stud, and that's what makes our pillar.
Yeah,
Which
they come in. Where have they been in before? Not the Lantern Festival, but the one before that. Oh no, I'm lying. They come in the Lantern Festival to make the octagonal pagoda. Sorry, six-sided pagoda. And also
in that colour or in a different colour?
No, that's in dark red.
Oh, cool.
I think that's the right same piece. And then they come in bright red in the lion dance. You know the poles that the lions were sort of balancing on? They're the same piece. And I think they do it because that clip, although the pole is a bit shorter than this version, I think it's one thing shorter. That's not very stable. If it's just basically on a base plate, it's easy to knock over. Whereas that clip really stops it from just accidentally being knocked over when you brush your hand past it.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So I think that's why they've done it with that.
Yeah,
a bit more stability.
Awesome. And Tayson here. Hey Tayson, how you going, buddy? It's nice to see you here. Brick Sloth has said there is a rabbit island taken over by rabbits and it's overrun with rabbits, and the helicopter isn't actually rescuing the rabbits. They're just visiting the rabbits, taking the rabbits on a tour. I don't know.
Are you sure they're not dumping more rabbits on the island? So they're getting more rabbits
back to the island? We'll have to see. It's not saying if that's not a plot, then it should be.
See, if I had the head, I could use this hair piece for my bright light yellow.
No, there's so many hair pieces as well.
Some of these torsos and whatnot of the mini dolls are really, really nicely done, aren't they? Nicely printed.
Oh, yeah, very nicely printed.
I'm not getting into mini dolls. I honestly not, but I appreciate the care and attention that's been put into them.
I will actually sort of say, I think that it was probably about maybe 2018. I noticed that they really stepped up the graphic design game for the mini dolls.
Yeah.
Started to think a bit more about, the design of the stickers and the design of the outfits and all of that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And they've just gotten better with their printing, which is really cool.
A bit disappointed with this canopy piece, which appears to be scratched in various places.
Oh, no.
It's that new softer plastic, which is rubbish.
Yeah. No, I had my first reddish brown piece actually break on me the other day as well. So,
No.
And I had to wait for ages because it was a bricklink order. Luckily, I think I only needed 2 parts and I ended up ordering 4, so I had a couple of spares.
It was worth it with that. I must confess, I've been lucky. I've never had any issues. Now I've doomed it, haven't I? Never had any issues with reddish brown so far.
Yeah, that was the first time that it had ever snapped on me. So I was just like, drats. More beautiful sticker application there for you, Mama's Bricks.
Very good.
I quite like that image as well. Oh, Mama's Bricks is agreeing. Had a lot of them in red in Ninjago and Chinese New Year set.
Yeah.
Oh, and Tayshawn's working on his city right now. Oh, that's so cool. Oops. I love hearing that people are building, watching. Will I be placing the circle sticker today? That's the big question. It's the big question, Elle. I don't know.
You feel lucky, punk.
For that one. We'll see. Maybe not. I don't know. Right. Oh gosh. I don't even know whether or not I want to apply these stickers now. This is a bit much. This is
Ooh.
this is the next lot of sticker application.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, on both sides. Yikes.
On half circle pieces and semicircle stickers. Oh,
Ruth's worst nightmare has come true.
oh yeah. Oh, Tayshawn, that will be super fantastic, mate. Where are you up to with your subscribers as well, buddy? I was watching your videos the other day, but I don't usually pay that much attention to subscribers. I'm very terrible at that. I just like watching people build stuff and talk about their Lego stuff. But I was watching your haul, your pick-a-book haul. That was the video that I was watching the other day. The Raya, yeah, it is. It's been a really nice build as well. The sticker sheet is amazing. I think if I come across that sticker sheet when I'm going through any Bricklink orders, I'll probably end up buying a few. Oh my gosh, that's so close, mate. I'm sure it won't take you very long to get there. You've been doing really good content as well.
I don't take a lot of notice of subscriber count either. I've been hovering around, I don't know, just below 1,600 for ages. I think YouTube are punishing me because I had a bit of a break at the beginning of the year. So, not that I'm bothered really. So,
no,
it's I don't know. As soon as you get, I don't know, several thousand followers or more, it just, I don't know. Somehow the comments seem to get a little bit less personal and a little more. What's the word? Well, generic and foolish, I suppose. But I'd much rather have a smaller number of really good subscribers who comment a lot and, you know, are really engaged with my channel than people that pop up and just write first.
Yeah, I find the
I've
first
never understood really.
Yeah, I think that there are channels that encourage that.
Possibly, yeah.
But again, I just sort of go, I guess different people go onto YouTube for different reasons. And I think I've said many times on here that I came onto YouTube to meet other AFOLs, really. That's why I'm here.
Yep.
And TFOLs. There's some really great builders in my comments at the moment, I know. And Tayshawn has been building Ninjago City Gardens. I've seen that you've been doing that on live as well. It's an excellent thought, he's saying, and he'll be putting it in your city, yeah.
Yep, one of my favourites.
Yeah, and Elle's saying the same thing. Excellent said. I know that Elle's been building that one as well. And yeah, Tayshawn's saying it's always nice when people comment on my videos. It's one of the best parts of uploading. I've got to get back into that as well. Ever since I've got my smart TV and I've been able to watch YouTube on that, I tend to just scroll through that. And
yeah,
that's
it's a lot harder to comment on the telly, isn't it, though?
Yeah, well, I can't figure out how to do that either, funnily enough, because I'm crap with technology. But I think that that's also part of what I've been missing out on with YouTube a bit, is that sort of engagement.
Yeah.
And chatting to people, really, isn't it? That's really cool. So I've got a nice compliment on one of their recent videos. Your voice is weirdly satisfying.
You damn it with faint praise, why don't you?
Station's saying, I do notice that big channels don't always heart or reply to comments, but I always do. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's another thing. You know, it gets to a certain stage and you just can't reply to everything, and then you feel bad because you can't really be as engaged as you'd like to be. And then people are like, oh well, they're now so big they can't be bothered replying, and it's actually just the time a lot of the time.
Yeah.
You know, what do you want someone to spend time doing? Replying to your great, or actually making content for you? Because quite often both of those are time consuming. So, you know, I'd rather have people making content that I enjoy than spending all their waking hours answering comments. But when you're small, it's easy to do that, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep, exactly. And I think, like, I mean, it's been sort of quite interesting to see how some of the different channels have sort of evolved over time as well. I actually think that one of the things that has been really nice for like Jang Bricks is to actually have like his membership side of things, because it sort of feels like he's more engaged with the community again. So when I started watching him, he was already had a massive channel.
Yeah.
And but then when Copper came about, I think he got a bit nervous about what was going to happen to his income and everything.
Yeah.
And I think by doing live streams and by, you know, having his like Patreon or whatever he has memberships, I don't know which one he has.
Both, I think.
Yeah, I just sort of go, it's been nice to see that he's starting to feel like he's, I don't know, back in the community. I think that must be a really tricky thing. Like when you get so big that you can't reply to everyone, but then you also sort of feel quite isolated from people too.
Yeah. I noticed that did you used to watch Brick Vault very much?
I don't think so.
They seem to have gone quite quiet recently. They used to do a lot of mocks, and they got a big studio in San Diego that they opened. Well, this is just pre-COVID, really. They opened to the public and whatnot, and then COVID hit and Copper hit about the same time, actually, wasn't it? Copper just before, and they closed the studio, and now it's very, very quiet in terms of they don't seem to put out many videos. I mean, it could be possibly that YouTube's just not recommending them to me. I don't know why, but I just haven't seen that many videos from them compared to what they used to put out, which is a bit sad, because they used to do some decent reviews of people's mocks and even set reviews, you know, which I watch a little bit of. But
Oh no, actually, maybe I did watch them, but I haven't seen anything from them either. I think that they did quite a lot of every Iron Man minifigure ever made. Was that them?
yeah, they got a lot of every minifigure ever made collections.
Yeah, because that was one of the inspirations for my every mini doll ever made series, which we've done some with, but not all.
Yeah, keep going. I've got a few spares you can have. You've probably got them already, though.
Yeah, well, I think I've still got the elves, air, dragons, and mini dolls to do, and then I did do the Frozen Disney princesses as well, and Rapunzel sort of too.
Right.
And then Jake is saying everyone went when Copper came, notably Brick Bros UK and Vicky from Brick After Brick Toys. Yeah.
Yeah, she disappeared without trace almost, Vicky. Very, very weird.
Yeah, which is a shame. Like, we've spoken about Vicky's channel a few times on here. Yeah, she was awesome. Brett saying I never get videos done. I'm just bad, lol.
Well, this is honest, eh?
Yeah, no, Brick of Gollum is saying that she really needs to return to her first channel, but since everybody is at home, I don't have time to work on my little Lego city, so it's more of a ruin now. Oh dear.
Yes.
I'm patiently waiting to see what happens with your sun build, Gollum. That's what I've been waiting for.
The sun's been shining forever.
Yeah. But I also am very aware that you've been doing a lot on your shorts channel as well. So I'm just figuring that might be eating into your time too.
I've never really got into the whole shorts thing, I must confess. People keep saying to me, "Oh, you could do shorts on yours." I'm like, well, I could, but it's strictly a minute, isn't it? And actually, most of mine are 1.5 to 2 minutes, so I would have to make them considerably shorter. And there's still a reasonable amount of effort whether you make a 2-minute video or a 1-minute video. I wouldn't just film it on the phone, which I think is what the idea is.
Yeah.
But I prefer to do some editing and other bits and pieces to it. So it's not going to be much less effort for half the view time. And I'm thinking, well, what's the point?
Yeah, I don't think that shorts are necessarily the format for me either.
Oh, secret room.
I've never really been able to do anything in short time frames as much as I would like to, and think that would be a useful sort of idea. But no.
Wow, I haven't built anything with this vibrant coral for quite a while, and I had forgotten just how bright it is. Particularly if you don't put any stickers on it, it's like in your face.
No, it's very leery.
And it's nice, but I was fortunate enough to pick up some brick the other day. They had coral, they had deep purple, dark purple, and I'd already got a reasonable quantity of teal. So
one day, hopefully Perth will have a Lego store.
Who leaves the bottle and a syringe on the outside of the door?
You never know what those rabbits need when you pick them up or drop them off.
I suppose. And they will eat anything at any time, so I guess it's safer for them to be outside than in, isn't it?
Lord of Dragons is here, my lord. It's nice to see you again, buddy. And Brick of Gollum said, decided to try out shorts, which work well as a promotion, but views from subscribers are very low.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's probably YouTube's answer to TikToks. But
absolutely. That's absolutely all it is, really.
I don't really understand TikTok either, but that's just my old lady brain, not keeping up with the youth of today.
Youth, yes, I'm with you.
And then Bricksloth is saying they've got a couple of new buildings in mind and has been collecting parts. Lord of Dragons, I did see your video the other day as well of that little furry critter. I can't remember the name of the teddy. And then Noling shorts took me one day to lay them out, so nothing short about them. That's what I thought.
Right.
And then I'm glad that my lord could make it today. Yay! And then Gollum is asking, are our Lego shops open? I don't have a Lego shop in Perth, so no. And Perth has recently gone into a 3-day lockdown as well, which started midnight last night. So
3 days?
Yeah, we got one COVID case.
All right. I was just going to say that 3 days doesn't sound very long, but
yeah, usually we go into intense lockdown for like 3 days in order to secure everything and move forward. And then usually after that, it will depend on tracking and contact tracing and whatever.
Yeah.
So, which we're lucky. This is only our 3rd lockdown. And the last time that we had to go into a lockdown, the person that ended up contracting it was one of the security guards at one of the quarantine hotels. And he had been obeying all the regulations that he had been told to obey, but he didn't end up transmitting it to anyone. Even though he had flatmates and he went to the hairdressers and he'd sort of been doing his food shop and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And no one else ended up getting it. So we were like,
that's a relief.
What magic does that person have? Surely we should be looking into how he didn't transmit it to anyone.
Yep,
And then-
Newcastle Gateshead is your closest store there, Jake. Alternatives, I think you'd have to go down to Sheffield for the next one.
I'm saying to Oh, the chiller. Yes, that's right.
Helicopter has been built.
Yay! Rabbit rescue copters.
Yes, what to do?
And then Sloth saying, nearest Lego store is a bit over an hour drive. Haven't been there. No, mine is by aeroplane, which I can't get on anytime soon. So I'm much like you, Sloth.
Your nearest one's Singapore, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. That's the cheapest destination, or it was previous.
Because you live in such a huge country.
Yeah, it's always been much cheaper to go to Asia from Perth than it is to go over to the east coast of Australia.
It is a bit mad, really,
Yeah.
particularly at the moment.
New law from certain numbers to stay at home from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Yeah. Yeah, with our sort of lockdowns in WA, they've sort of been very much around no travel outside of the metro area. So again, we haven't had any COVID cases outside of Perth, which has been an absolute blessing for a lot of our rural communities, especially because WA is so large, but healthcare in some of the remote areas would be really difficult for people to access.
Yeah.
So,
well, you know, you're famous for your flying doctors because that's the only way to get people somewhere, isn't it?
yeah, yeah, sure. They do wonderful work.
Right then, well, it's been lovely, but my tummy's rumbling now. I need to go and have some lunch.
Sounds like a plan. You've got your rabbit island and your rescue rabbit copter built. So
yes,
what do you need in the world today?
Good stuff.
Thank you so much for stopping by, Cass.
That's all right. It's been great. Okay.
Yeah, we'll look forward to another mono build.
Yeah, soon, hopefully. Okay. Bye.
See you, Kaz. There we go. Kaz is tucked out. Yeah. So it was so nice to have her join us for a bit today. And I'll just add in these next little parts for you guys, and then I'll show you where we're up to with the castle, which admittedly is looking like really nice. I'm actually really enjoying this build. Woo. So that's where am I going this way? So that's sort of where we're up to so far. So we've got this little section at the back which can open up. I'm assuming at some stage we're going to structure this so it doesn't sort of wobble around as much. And then this bit spins. So we've got the map on one side and the Sisu artwork on the other side. We've got a throne in here, which is really cool. And then I'm just building up this bit. So yeah. Oh, it was, as always, it's lovely to have you pop in. Taryn and Coralie are saying that they love the shirt. And go and enjoy your lunch now, Kaz. It's past your lunchtime, so have a nice sandwich or whatever you were intending to have. And we'll keep having a bit of a chat. I'll definitely get this built. I don't know whether or not I'll have time to build the boat tonight, but we might save that maybe for next week or do a catch up. Just realised I don't know where my palace is. Well, Queen L, it is very difficult to track down your palace. Much like Brett's difficulty in finding his castle always. It sounds like you meant a real life palace. But no. I'm sure you've probably just tucked it away somewhere. That's quite often what I do. Even as I've been tidying up my Lego room as well, I've been trying to make sure that I've actually been labelling storage boxes and that type of stuff as to where I've been putting things. in the hopes that that will help me at some stage in the future to track down various items that I might need. And and the other thing that I did actually watch this week as well was your Trolls build, Elle, which looks absolutely stunning. Found her behind some Lego boxes. Of course. Funny that. Oh, yeah, I absolutely loved your Trolls video as well. It was really nice to have the music added and to have some more of those detailed shots as well. So, and it's just such a stunning build as well, Elle. That looks absolutely gorgeous. You did such an amazing job with that. I do have my Trolls shelf at the other house with the where the city is, which is why I haven't been building much in my city, because I haven't really been able to get there very much recently. But yeah, it was very inspiring to see that. Oh, Sai's here as well. Hi, Sai. How you going? Hope that you are well, my friend. Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh yes. I think Kaz might have just gone off to have her lunch. Oh, Pucky's having a nightmare. He's asleep just down here in front of his little dog podium. So if you hear any woofing, that's him having his little dog dreams. Here they are opening a lot of things while the hospitals are full. I don't understand, but it is probably because people are not behaving by the rules anymore. Yeah. I think it's really tricky for people to be able to do that. Hey, Gladiator Bricks, it's nice to have you here. Yeah, we're going well. We're about 2 hours into the stream, and Kaz from Blockhead UK has just finished up joining me in order to go and have her lunch. So I'm just building a bit more of Raya's castle. So I'll just attach this little bit and then I'll give you guys another look at where we are up to. Have to pick it up. So that's where we're up to so far. So just added on these last 2 little sections, and I think I've got one more bit to go in here, which I'm assuming is going to match sort of that end. So we'll see. And then I think that a lot of people in the chat are debating whether or not I'm going to be applying the large sticker on stream or not, the large circular sticker on stream or not. I'm thinking maybe not. I know, I don't know what he's dreaming about at the moment. He's very cute though, having his little rest, relaxation, as he just rotates from various places from around the room, around the house. Oh, you have the dragon. Oh, that's so cool. Yes. Kaz and I were building the dragon right at the beginning of the stream. So my little dragon's down here, which is so pretty. There's a lot to like about this dragon. There's a few things that I would have probably done a little bit differently, but, you know, it's cute. I do like the castle sections of the dragon set, though. I think that looks really pretty. So it's nice that you've been able to pop in and let us know some of your thoughts around that set. What are your thoughts on the dragon as well, Gladiator Bricks? Feel free to let us know if you liked the set, if you thought that it was going to be different, if you'd modify it a bit, make any changes, or if you're happy with it the way that it is. I do have, I do love my dragon, so I'm really happy that we've got another dragon added to the collection. And I don't know whether or not Ratna, if you're still in the chat or not, but Ratna also said that it would be really nice to get like a Mushu version of this from Mulan. And I think that would be really gorgeous as well, to have 2 of the more serpent-like dragons together. Oh, no, that's okay. You don't need to be a girl to enjoy the set. There's quite a few people in the chat that have all sorts of genders and everything. Oh, cool. Don't have the dragon that we're discussing, but a dragon, the Canadian rescue dragon. He's from a polyback. Oh, cool. Cool, cool. I think who else? What other city was I looking at recently and they had a few dragons perched on their rooftops? Oh, it might have been Emmosaurus, which I think was really cool. I really liked that sort of idea. Oh, dear. Okie dokie. Right. Well, that's that. That's bag number two. That's bag number 2 finished, as it all closes in on itself as I'm trying to pick up. So that's looking really kind of cool. It'll be interesting to see what the sort of the final structure of this is going to look like. I'll just move my dragon back over here. And the dragon is awesome. Yeah, I actually quite like the dragon. It's a very different looking dragon though, and I think that that's probably the thing that was throwing a lot of us, is that the dragon was not really what we were expecting at all. So yeah. My Lego fantasy series, I keep adding new problems, and there are dinosaurs in that world too. kind of sounds like a few of our cities, I think. I think, but I actually quite like the creativity of that as well. Yeah. No, that's why I like your city as well, Sloth. Like, I think it's so cool that you just have a mix of all sorts of themes and characters and builds and, you know, colours and designs and everything. You know, I've said that to you before. I just think that it's a super creative way of building, mate. Really, really nice. And at first I didn't like it. I'm assuming that we're back to the dragon, but after seeing the movie, it kind of makes sense. Yeah, I haven't seen the movie yet, so that's probably a little bit of my confusion about what exactly I'm building. And like Kaz mentioned earlier, even some of the play features probably don't make much sense to me either. But yeah, I think the dragon's quite cute. I think that the neck is probably a little bit too long. That's probably the one thing where I sort of go, that makes it look a little bit strange. But not horrible. Not at all. Still a dragon. Just trying to figure out what part I'm meant to be putting on what bit. Oh, dear. Oh, Gladiator has seen the movie, which is good. I think quite a few people have. I'm not too sure if everyone in the chat has seen it. I think that there's a few people who have and a few people that haven't. I have heard from a few different people that they do like the monkeys. So that's in the boat set, which I may not get a chance to build tonight, but maybe that will pop up in a future stream. Every now and again, I do quite like doing a viewer's choice where I get to pull some of the sets out that I haven't had a chance to build on a live stream. I'm giving no spoilers, that's okay. Oh, Jake hasn't seen Raya yet either, no. Some have, some haven't, that's all fine. I'm still enjoying building the sets. I do think that they're really pretty. Oh, there's a bit of insider information about the UK Lego community. Robin is in the know about these things. The Newcastle Lego store manager is now the manager of the Leicester Square store, who are also hiring at the moment. I think. I said that with far too much confidence, but I think that that's what Robin mentioned earlier when Kaz was here. Rightio, I think let's show you guys. So we're now just building up the next like little bit, which is all the stuff that's going on top. So just a few like little bits and pieces there. No, nothing. Oh, my thoughts on Ninjago. I think it's a really beautiful theme. I did end up getting my very first Ninjago set the other day, which was the Jungle Dragon, which I did actually build, not on stream, off stream, which is over in the in my other room at the moment. But that was such a cool build, really nice looking dragon. Yeah, and there's a few different channels that I follow that sort of do build different bits of Ninjago, which I think is awesome. And yeah, it's also one of those themes where I know that I can't delve into it too much, because if I do, then I'm going to have to end up going through the last 10, 20 years that Ninjago's been around and collect the whole back catalogue, and I just can't do that. So I'm sort of like going, no, I've got to just enjoy Ninjago vicariously through other people. And I also think that the Ninjago City and the gardens and the docks have been some really beautiful sets as well. I love watching people build those sets, and seeing what they do with them as far as displaying them is really cool. Thanks, Robin. And then Jake saying, ooh, didn't know that. Not that I know anything about Lego stores. I've never been to one, just seen videos of YouTube. Yep, I agree. Yeah, Ninjago is awesome. But I don't really like getting the Ninja minifigs. Oh, okay, yeah. I don't really know enough about Ninjago either. Probably. Yes, exactly. But it's one of those sets where I've sort of really appreciated it. It's one of those sets, well, themes that when I came onto YouTube was that I did want to track down different channels that do actually have build those sets and have that theme as a feature on their channel, because I think that it is such a pretty theme, pretty interesting theme, and it's just really sort of well designed. I think yeah. But I guess if a theme's been around for 10 or 20 years, it should be it should have like a really good concept about it. Oh my gosh, Robin. That's okay. You've had a lot going on. What with small children and with moving home and everything, I think that you have earned yourself a reprieve from having to build that. Oh my gosh, I was meant to do 2 of these drats. Okay. The fear of missing out will be too bad for all the older sets. Yeah. Oh, I love the movie. Yes, I'm going to have to get hold of the movie. I did end up watching both the Lego movies. Well, not watching them, but I had them on while I was reshuffling things around in my life and in my house. So yeah. Robin only knows Fabuland. Yeah, exactly. I know. I think I've spent a lot of my attention focusing on princesses and friend sets. And then, a little bit of DC superhero girls and other things that sort of pop up along the way as well. And Sloth is saying that they have a lot of Ninjago. Comparatively, many of my non-human citizens are from Ninjago. Oh, cool. Which is fantastic. And then on the other hand, if you have discipline, Ninjago City Gardens could be a single unique piece to own. No, have no self-control at all. I think I've had to work very hard in my life to try and not, end up with a massive OCD problem. Oh, tea and toast. Yum. No sausage roll, but it'll do. Yes, exactly. Robin hasn't had a sausage roll in years. That's fine. We love you with or without a sausage roll, Robin. It's all good. And then Sloth saying, "Oh my God, Robin, you're killing me." Oh dear. Ninjago City is my dream modular. I know. I know. But I also think that it's one of those situations where you just sort of go, sorry, Sloth. Where you just sort of go, I think that some of those larger sets is also, it's about the build experience as well, and wanting to actually enjoy it and relish the building of it and everything. So it's finding the nice time where you can, you know, sit back and enjoy it and build it as you know, something that's fun and pleasurable and everything, and do that rather than sort of being like, oh my gosh, I have to build this now and get it done. Don't know much about stop motion animation, but it's fun to do, lol. Yeah, there's a few. I know that Brick of Golem also does quite a bit of stop motion as well, which is cool. It's not something that I am talented enough to be doing. But again, I do quite enjoy watching others stop motions. Oh, Sai's off. Bye, Sai. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. And then I just love, well, Elle was saying, I just love building those big sets. It's like building a lot of awesome smaller sets. Yeah. And I think it's also been quite nice to see how you've been building that as well. You know, just, you know, little by little, which I'm assuming is sort of like part of that enjoyment process. Have I gone? Oh no. Oh dear, gang, I'm going very far astray now. Oh. I don't know if I can salvage this very easily. Maybe. I've gone astray again, gang. Sorry. Oh dear. And then, oops, Sloth saying, it's okay, Robin, I don't have any modular sets at all. Just if I was to get a modular. Yes, that would be the one. I think that most of us have that sort of wish list, dream list, don't we? And I do a lot of stop motion for fun. Stop motion is really time consuming. And then Robin's saying that he was bidding on a Fabuland item in the week, and the bid kept on going up and up and up. Oh, oh dear, eventually I paid £8.50. The other bid turned out to be Mrs. H. Oh dear, you two are terrible. Oh no, that's so funny. Sloth saying modulars are really too big for Sloth City anyway. Yeah, I know. I think I mean, I can't speak for everyone, Sloth, but I really enjoy the uniqueness of Sloth City as well. Okay, right. Now I need to open those bits up. Yes. Bit of a backlog, unfortunately. Elle's saying I got a small lot of Fabuland from eBay for real cheap because someone labelled it as Lego Friends. Excellent. Bounce on that, Elle. Oh, wow. That sounds really interesting. By the way, I'm also thinking to unbuild some of my modulars and rearrange them similar to Ninjago City sets, but does anyone know some good inspiration for reference? Oh dear. The main person that pops to mind is one of the people that you already know, which is Kaz from Blockhead UK. I really like the way how she does adds Ninjago style sets to her city. Aside from that, no one's springing to mind, but hopefully the chat might know. So yeah. But I also think, Rebecca Gollan, like you're creative enough to, you know, put your own spin on it anyway. So, you know, I thought that the way that you had put together like your city and the skyline and your sun and all of those sorts of things was really super fantastic and really interesting. And even, you know, the style, the way that you edit some of your videos by doing in the like the plans and the drawings as well, I always thought was really sort of cool and awesome too. So hopefully you'll be able to sort of maybe even look at more like reference photos perhaps of different sort of cities and areas and stuff like that from across Asia and draw inspiration that way maybe. I don't know. And Gladiator is saying that they like to spend a lot of time on stop motion because it's fun and they enjoy doing it, but time does not seem to pass when you do. Yeah, I think that that's really interesting. That's so cool. That's so sweet. She was on her way home in the train and wanted to get the item for you. Because you were bidding against each other. That's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. But what a memory that set is going to now carry with you guys as well. I can imagine that every time that you look at that particular Fabuland set, you'll be just thinking to each other, oh my gosh. Oh dear. And then Sloth saying that their backlog is 3 sets, Sesame Street and 2 small tuna sets. And actually one of those is a polybag. That's kind of cool. I do have a few things in my backlog at the moment, but that's mostly because I've been trying to plan out what to stream over the next few weeks. And Blockhead UK is going to look at a video that got her hooked. And then Robin is saying to Sloth, we have some big sets in storage, but hopefully when Ezra grows up, they'll be a good investment for him. If he's got the patience to invest. Otherwise, if he's anything like me, he'll just be ripping into them, building them himself. Start with the cinema as it's already unbuilt so long and stuck building because some pieces are lost. Yeah. Oh, it would be really interesting to see see what you do with that. Very exciting. Oh, here we go. Blockhead's posted a link in there. Hopefully that will send you down a fantastic YouTube rabbit hole as well, Gollum. Oh, that sounds really cool. Gladiator, working on the 41st episode. 41. Oh my gosh. What time is it? 10:30. It's fine. It can be 41 at 10:30 in the evening. 41st episode of the Lego Fantasy series. Oh, cool. That's really cool. Frickin' column. Oh no. Just one build at a time. Already looked at it. It's very cool, but a bit overwhelming. Would not know where to start. Oh no. And cool. Right. So I've made a little turret here out of a wheel, a round piece, and like a little domey bit. And then that's going to get jammed in to the towers at the end. Here. I will show you again once I've finished off this second tower thing. Tower bit. It's really helpful for making sure you stick to the unofficial standard, which if you do means you can connect it to any other Ninjago City build. Cool. And then there's another link. Oops. Elle's saying we don't speak with the unopened Lego I have. Oh, oh, spaghetti. Oh, yes. I think yeah, I've had most. Oh no, I've still got one delivery to come through, which is probably the most exciting delivery to come through, which is Winnie the Pooh. So I think that might have been shipped. I think that I remember seeing an email from Lego saying that had been shipped, which is really exciting. I did manage to get hold of the Elf Clubhouse, so that has arrived, but it sort of doesn't really make much sense to be building that now. So I don't know. I don't know whether or not I'll be able to have the patience to wait until December to build the Elf Clubhouse. So we might have to have a Christmas in July. And even then I'm like going, July feels such a long way away. Oh no. So we'll see how I go with that. And then I think next week what I'll probably do, depending on when Winnie the Pooh arrives, if Winnie the Pooh arrives, then we'll probably do a live stream Winnie the Pooh build. If not, we'll do video, because I also got all the beat boxes as well as all the figures and everything for video. So that will probably be quite a cool, like, little fun stream. So that is where the palace is up to at the moment. It's still wobbling around, but we do have a few turrets on here. It looks like in the next bag, which is bag number 4, we'll be building up like the main dome with these pieces. So let's open up bag number 4 and see where we need to get up to with this. Okay, bag number 4. Oops, spin it around the other way. And there we go. Kaz is saying to Brick of Golem, recommend starting with a 16 times 32 base plate and making a straight along module shown in the link, to be honest. Oh. Is that to be honest? Or I don't know what TBB is. This time of night, I don't even know what's going on anymore. Me too. I actually really like the look of this castle. So I think that's probably a big draw card as to why I ended up not getting these sets, because I probably would have gotten them anyway, but I think I was particularly thrilled when I saw these sets and the castle and the look of that, because it is a really nice sort of looking design to it. And I sort of quite like those sort of dome shapes as well. That's one of the reasons why I really liked the Lego Movie 2 castle. What was that one called? The Space Palace or whatever it was, which was sort of white and gold, and that medium azure as well, wasn't it? So, oh, and Elle saying my city roads are all the Ninjago waterways. That's kind of cool. It's yeah, it's sort of been interesting to see how different people deal with roads in our Lego universes that we create, our Lego cities that we build. Because it is quite tricky to figure out exactly what we want to do with those, and how we're going to sort of put that all together. Right. Looks like I'm doing some interior details. Oh, yes. That's the one, Jake. What did I call it? Something completely different to that, no doubt. Oh, my gosh. And Cornet's not here to check on me anymore, so I'm glad that you're picking up the slack now, Jake, as my fact checker. Oh, dear. Queen whatever's not so evil space palace. Yes, that's the one. That's what I meant. Oh dear. So terrible. It makes it makes your city very recognizable. And Sloth saying my cars would sink. I know, that's why it's nice that we all have our unique styles to our cities, I think. Right. So this is kind of cool. This is the tabletop, which is just some of those yellow plates, but underneath we've put in these parts. And then what's going to happen down here is that I'm going to attach that to some clips in order to create a table. Now, whoops, attempt to pick this up and show you guys. So can you guys see how that's been put together? So we've got a 1x2, we've got two 1x1 clips, and then we've got the tabletop that I just showed you. So that's kind of cool. Nice little technique there. So everything clutters around. Oh dear, make it work. Anything is possible. Let's just have floating cars. The aliens have brought in some sort of technology there, Sloth, maybe. That mean that the cars don't sink. Thanks and lol. All boats and hover bikes in my city. Swimming cars. No. Oh dear. But Sloth, it's your city, man. So you can have whatever you want. Maybe that's Brick of Golem. Maybe that's what you need to do, is to have floating cars. I found that set kind of annoying till you bring it together towards the end. Yeah, it sort of just keeps on opening and closing with the hinges, doesn't it? But that's okay. It's actually making it a lot easier to show you guys what I'm talking about, I think, perhaps. Maybe. Still building up random little doodaddles to pop on top of the table. So there's not much interesting stuff going on with the build right at this moment. Oops, I've put that glass on the wrong side. Oh, move that over. That was a relatively simple fix, thankfully. Oh gosh. And then I am supposed to be adding in some plants, fruit or something. But I may just put that to one side. So this is the little item that we've got to put in the dish on the table, but that's just going to keep falling out the way. So I'm just going to put them to one side. There we go. See, it all comes together for you, Sloth. Don't have enough room, enough water for a plan like that. The Marine Research Centre takes up most of the water space, which is fine. I think that's the thing with our cities, isn't it? Is that we get to create what we sort of want to be able to put together based on the space and the capacity and the sets that we have. And then, oh, okay, no, that's well. No worries. Thanks so much for stopping by, Gollum. It's always nice to have you pop into the chat. And that's brilliant. I do love my Marine Research Centre, even though I have no idea what they're doing. They're probably not the only ones that don't know what they're doing, so I don't know what I'm doing either. Do any of us know what we're doing? Right, art and scissors. Okay. Yes, there seems to be a lot of interior stuff going on at the moment. Is that science? I was doing their science thing. Sounds about right. Oh, Jake's got to go. Might come back, but if not, I'll see you all on Instagram, Discord, or next Saturday. Sounds perfect, buddy. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's always lovely to have you here. And hopefully in the next week or so, I can get myself a bit more organised again, which will be nice. And Bill's saying goodbye. A few other people are saying goodbye as well, which is really cool. I've got... I think that we should be able to sort of go... I might not get it finished exactly on 3 hours, but I don't think that I should be too far behind. Which way am I going? This way? Leaves on plants, leaves on plants. I am going to show you this build because I think this is actually quite cool before I put it into the... before I put it into the castle. But how's that for like a little plant build? So we've just got like a two by two plate down below. Then we've got those sort of corner castle pieces, I don't know what to call those, a round jumper, a little branch, and a coral with the little purple leaves. I think that that looks so pretty, really unique as well. So a very welcome addition to this build. Looks really cool. Oh, yes. No, I'm glad too. Make sure that you get some rest as well, Gladiator, as well. I know quite often if I'm feeling a bit under the weather, I quite enjoy just sort of chilling out and watching random YouTube live streams and videos and stuff. So hopefully that's what you're doing, is just resting up. Yeah, and it's really nice to hear that it's not the big bad one. Who wouldn't want that? Oh no. Oh dear. I know that's always the tricky thing though, I think, with our cities, isn't it? Is finding enough space to build what we want to build. Even like today when I was sort of rearranging some of my shelves and everything, I was just like, oh my gosh, I just wish that I had more space to be able to display all the sets that I really want to look at and everything. So with Trolls, Land and Ninjago Gardens, I think that that's all the space in my city. I know. But yeah, just see how you go though, Elle. Like one of the things that I sort of think that I might try and do with like one section of my city is to like rotate the theme out on a regular sort of basis. So it's always sort of moving and developing. And then sort of using the like the little YouTube videos and that type of stuff as a like a snapshot of the city over time and over progress, so that you just sort of go, oh, you know, my city is always sort of changing and developing gradually, bit by bit. You know, as much as we would all want the space of like Dr. McBrick or Jane Bricks and have all that dedicated space. Not all of us have the room to be able to do that, unfortunately. It'd be so much nicer if we did, and that we could keep on expanding our cities forever and ever. Oh, the plan is to build up and redo things. There you go. See? Solutions. You've found solutions already. I didn't even need to offer you any ideas. And Joe is back. Been listening while doing stuff in the background. It sounds perfect. That's quite often my experience of streams and YouTube and whatever. Right. I have a lid for a crate. Now I have to put various little items into the crate. That white. yellow, red to pink. So there's a whole assortment of gems in the little trunk crate here. And then, oops, then we add on the lid if we can. If I'm smart enough to be able to attach a lid to a Lego trunk. But that looks really cute. So we've got like the little slope there, but it's also got like the little padlock on it and some like little gold flowers and stuff. So I quite like the look of that. That's really cool. Pop that in there. Okay, cool. Let's show you the interiors so far. This is getting more complicated. So which end? So that's the trunk there, but from the back, because I want to show you the dining room with the table that we sort of had a bit of a look at, which looks really cool. That's the back of the throne in here. And then that's where the tree ended up. And then there's like another little table over here with just a teapot and some flowers and stuff. And then over here, we've just got some like little perfume bottles and candles and stuff. So kind of cute. And I think now we start to put together the big dome section. And then thinking of rotating out the modulars you have. Yes, don't let it bite you. I know. The jaws were closing in on me, Cass. Yeah, it's like folding itself in and out. But that's okay. Oh, dear. Radio. So let's get on with the bedroom area. I'll try and power through this bit a little bit because I do definitely want to finish this one and I don't want to cut too far into your days. So I've just got that so far. And then we add in more bits. More little bits. Oh, I'm starting to pull my strange concentrating faces as well, which is one of the reasons why I was always a bit wary of face cams. That's a nice little lamp. I like the way how that's been done. Interesting. Yeah, like the architecture. Yeah, I want some different architecture in some of my new buildings. Yeah, I think so too as well, Soft. Like, yeah, I definitely like the way that this is sort of like looking and coming together. I also think that it's actually a really like quite an enjoyable build as well. I know with some of like the princess sets is that they can be quite sort of simplistic. But I did really enjoy building the Cinderella's carriage. I thought that that was a really cool build. And I've enjoyed both of these as well, both of these Raya sets so far too. So that's like really cool. It's always nice when we get to sort of do something that we, you know, can enjoy. I say that as I fling Lego across the table. Right, more stickers. Do I sticker or do I not sticker? No, I think I'm going to skip these stickers because I think that I should be able to do these in the morning relatively easily. But I will show you what these entail. And the only reason why I want to do these ones is because there's 4 of them that make up the pattern for the bed. And it's going to be these stickers here on that bed. If you guys will just have to imagine that. Oops. And then Sloth has been focusing on interiors, so much so my last building still has no walls. My walls are overrated. I might put these stickers on though, because I think that this is going to be less of an issue if they're not like lined up as evenly. That's so nice, Gladiator. That's quite often what I do as well. When I sort of jump into a stream, I'm sort of like going, who is this person? They seem really cool. They're saying some really awesome stuff. What do they build? Where are they? Can I track them down? Have a smashing video, arcade games, no walls. Right, another little picture. And then I will show you where we are up to with this. And then I think that the next bit might be putting like the little roof on. So that's like the interior of the bedroom with like the 2 dome pieces, and then obviously that's the dome pieces there. So yeah, looking really, can't find brickish. No, Joe's secret. No, she's not. Yeah, I can't help you there because I don't know anything about technology. I think maybe one of the mods can you do a link? Don't even know. We'll see. I know that Brickish doesn't post that much. More so on Instagram. I think that you probably get more out of, oh, Brickish is there. I think Gladiator wants a link to your channel, Brickish, if you want to share that in the chat. But I was just saying that you tend to be a bit more active over on Instagram. I do like seeing your posts because they usually have a few like puns in them. Right. Now that's been joined together. So that's all nice and secure. And I now have to just build a random paper lantern. Oh, there we go. Cool. Thanks, Brickish. Hopefully Gladiator can find you then. And I don't think that the woodshop teacher is here today, but has anyone else in the chat been watching watching his city updates? I've actually really enjoyed those. I even quite enjoyed watching the carpentry version as well of actually building all the tables, especially because obviously woodshop teacher is decent at carpentry. No, your content is lovely, Brickish. And you just go at the pace that you want. No pressure here. We can only do our best, can't we? Just plod along making the content when we can. Right. I think my paper lantern is going okay. Okay, right. I was just trying to figure out how I needed to attach it. Oh. Cool. So there's my little lantern, which looks actually quite pretty. Elle, you do absolutely lovely content. I always enjoy watching your videos as well. And I think, well, like I said earlier, your trolls video was absolutely fantastic. I think that was like such a brilliant build. You do so well. I really like your minifig Mondays, mini doll Mondays, and also your parts overviews as well. Super awesome. Okie dokies. Right, now, so there we go with the dome on the outside, which I think is now finished, aside from the pattern on the bed, which I'm not putting on today. So that looks really cool. So I just get to click that into place now. And I think, yes, cool, right. So I think that is that bag done. So I've got to move all those one by one parts out the way because I didn't bring my little parts container with me. That Trolls video is my most edited video. Yeah, but you and Sloth don't need to do loads of editing if you guys don't want to. That's part of the style and the joy that I have with your videos, is that you just press record and you just speak off the cuff. And honestly, it's like standing there with like one of your mates, and you're standing there and you're chatting to your friend, and you're just like, oh no, tell me about, you know, that set, or tell me about these parts, and you just talk to us. It's so lovely. You know, again, with like Sloth City, I always just sort of think to myself, oh, this is what it would be like, you know, hanging out over at Sloth's house, is that you sort of go, oh yeah, come and tell me what you've been up to in your city this week, and Sloth just sort of talks about that. So I just sort of go, yeah, it's kind of cool. So yes, exactly. We're all just doing our own thing. And I think that it's just recognizing that we're all, you know, do our own thing in our own way, and nothing is better or worse. And there's no expectations from any of us about, you know, when we're supposed to post and how much we're supposed to do it or whatever, because we can just do what we want. I know that there is sort of like a weird pressure from YouTube to obey their rules and everything, but that's not what we're about. Well, we can, but we don't have to. We can just do what we want. Right, okay. And then everyone is saying, Sloth posts daily on Instagram. It makes up the difference in between videos. I know I'm terrible at posting on Instagram as well. Gladiator is saying, Elle, you are good at videos as well. The Trolls video is my most edited. Yeah, but you don't have to do it. You can, again, I just sort of, whatever makes you happy. Mostly do Tales of Sloth City on Insta. Like I said, Sloth, is that you're a fantastic storyteller. You're not. Stop it, you guys. Right. Oh gosh. Now I have to make 4 paper lanterns. Oh my dearie me. So we'll have to sit here and chat. I don't think that there's much more to go, because I'm on to bag 5 and I've got to do 4 paper lanterns, and then I think I put all the connection into the middle, and then we're done, which should be really cool. So I'm not too sure if we'll be much over. Does anyone know if Sarah is live streaming today? Because usually if she is, then she'll usually be starting soonish. Oh my gosh, yeah, I agree, Elle. I think that they look absolutely lovely. Really, really pleasantly surprised by these lanterns. It's cool. Oh, that's so cool though, Sloth. Like that's exactly like, but that's how your videos feel. Like I said, is that whenever I watch your videos, it feels like I'm just standing there hanging out with you and you're just talking me through your city. And I just find that like really like enjoyable. It's awesome. And then Sloth saying, my videos are very much like me in person. My partner's buddy brought his girlfriend over and I gave her a 20-minute tour of Sloth City. It was, I think that she, which is awesome. I know that a few people, when they've come over, they've asked to see like my Lego room and all of that type of stuff. And whenever I've shown them, I've sort of gone, oh, I better not talk about this for too long. I better try and wrap things up. not spend 4 hours discussing the inner workings of my mermaid village with these poor people. But I think it is one of those things that interests a lot more people than what we think it does as well. And maybe that's been a bit more of a recent thing since we've sort of had Lego Masters and that type of stuff on the TV or whatever. But yeah, as many of you know, when I first started building Lego as an adult, I was sort of like going, oh, this is sort of weird. Does anyone else do this? This is really good fun. I feel kind of awkward about it though. So again, that was sort of part of the joy of coming onto YouTube and meeting all of you lovely people, where we get to chat away about Lego for 3 hours on a Saturday night. or at least listen to me chat along about Lego for 3 hours on a Saturday night. Oh dear. Right. 2 lanterns done, which I am now going to attach. And then I've got 2 more to go, which I've sort of got them part built, so they should, oh my gosh, I can't get this tassel in. Come on, tassel. I actually quite want a couple of extra tassels as well for one of my mods. And then Gladiator is saying, a lot of my characters in my Lego Fantasy series are characters my subscribers ask me to make of them. Oh, that's so cool, though. I do have quite a few mini dolls as well as different subscribers and that sort of stuff. Even some people who might not normally have a mini doll ended up getting a mini doll version of themselves for my city, which I think is really cool. Like, that's part of what I enjoy about the creativity and all of those sorts of things. It's just a shame that we don't have more like male mini dolls though, because that's probably the toughest bit. Okay, let's see if I can figure out a way of showing you guys where we're up to now. So that is one side of the build. That, oops, is the other side, which is kind of looking really cool. But I think what we sort of end up doing is turning this way. And I think that my next bit is going to be curving all these bits in, and then we've got like a waterfall in the middle here-ish. So I think that that's like my next like steps. Oh, it's the fun stream that makes me look forward to Saturday. Oh, thanks, Al. That's so nice to hear. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh, Gladiator, that sounds absolutely fantastic. I'm sure quite a few of our people in the chat will come up with quite creative ideas. I'm going to have a little bit of think about what type of a fantasy character that I'd like to be in your series. And then before I had a Lego city, I would volunteer random information about pre-Columbian Mesoamerican art, which is a very specific topic, sloth, but sounds kind of interesting. I do quite enjoy watching a lot of like history and art documentaries, so that does sort of sound like or esoteric facts about sloths. Well, that's understandable as too. That makes sense, of course. Okay, where am I up to? Oh dear. 2 of these, right. Rules. No sci-fi related armor or weapons unless you want a flintlock rifle, then that's allowed, lol. That's okay. I wasn't thinking of weapons. I was thinking more of the realm of like mermaids. Oh, some sort of, I don't know, dragon vet. Do they have those? And then, oh, Darren's saying when Coralie and I lived in Melbourne, next door neighbour's young son would bring friends over to see her collection. I found out he was charging admission and paid for a football. Oh dear, what crafty little character that was. came across a business opportunity and went for it. Oh dear, that's so funny. Oh, I love that. Oh dear, that's so brilliant. Bless. And it wasn't even a Lego priority either. That's so fun. Oh dear. Right. Okay, I've got to keep building. Oh, bless. And then, Gladiator saying, I'm part Apache. My great-great-grandpa served in World War I and II, and he was full-blood Apache, Native American. Wow, that's so cool, Gladiator. I don't know, like, I mean, obviously I'm Australian, so I don't know much about Native American culture or history, but I do think that there are probably a few parallels between Native American like, I don't know, I don't know, I lost that thought completely. But I think there's probably some parallels between like Native American history and like Australian Aboriginal history and culture and that type of stuff as well. So like since colonisation, I mean, not prior to that, because obviously everyone comes from like a slightly different place and all of those sorts of things. But yeah. And then Gladiator and Sloth are now having a comparison between their cities, with Sloth saying there are ray guns everywhere. Some are toys and some aren't. Oh my gosh, I love the creativity of this community. It's so brilliant. Right, now I've just... I'm assuming that I'll need 5 of these. Oh, 3 only have patterns. Okay, oh well, that's good. Right. Okay, I'm going to put the 2 non-patterned ones, patterned, the ones without stickers in there, and then these ones I will need to sticker. Oh my gosh, do I? Yeah, okay, we'll give it a whirl. We'll see how we go. I think I should be okay with these because they are relatively easy to line up. Another good stickering. Yay. And then I don't know. I'm trying to think. I don't think that I have at this moment in time, because because most of my city is still under construction. I definitely don't have any weapons in it at this moment. But I remember at one stage I was having a conversation with someone about the fact that there is no like police stations or fire stations or anything like that in any of the mini doll sort of themes, which is pretty much what's going to go into my city. So I then sort of went, no, but I've got DC superhero girls. So Batgirl and Supergirl can just, and Wonder Woman can just go and sort of like put out all the fires. Check in on any criminal activity. Right. Okay. Oh, oops. I forgot one piece. Okay, got it. Cool. Gladiator saying, in my world, dinosaurs are a big threat, but there is a much larger threat now named Lord Darkness, who does not run an army of red orcs, purple orcs, and green orcs, and giant orcs and tan orcs. Oh, who does? Who has an army of red, purple, green orcs, and giant orcs and tan orcs. He is pure evil. Oh, episode 41 might end darkness. Who knows? Exactly. Oops. Pucky squeaking again. Right, we're almost there, gang. I don't have many more parts that I need to add in, and looks like bag 5 will be done. So, and Sloth is saying my great-grandmother was half Cherokee, I think. She didn't say so, but at the time of it wasn't an ethnicity people were bragging about. I think that that's the situation with a lot of people as well, Sloth, isn't it? Unfortunately, a lot of the time people's experiences with racism means that that's not something that they would want their family members to be experiencing either. We're connected. Okay, I'll now just figure out the easiest way, a way, to show you. There we go. So that's what I've been working on, is the connection point. And so now we're not like opening and closing and flapping around anymore. I think I still have a bit to do in order to put the waterfall in place. Water fountain in place, not waterfall. And Elle's saying, visit my city to journey into Elsa's chilly corporate headquarters to pay your cooling bill or order a new refrigerator. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The circle. Okay. The circle sticker's not going on tonight. Sorry, gang. You'll just have to imagine it. I don't have the confidence for it. I need to mentally prepare myself in order to be able to do that. I'll probably have to like do some star jumps or something before I add that in. Okay. But and Sloth City, rock monsters and aliens and humans and post-corporal beings live together in a cultural melting pot. I know, it's amazing. It's yeah, I just oh, oops, I forgot a part. Oh, that's what happens at this time of night. It's really enjoyable, that aspect of your city sloth. Chicken! Oh, sticker. Yeah, no, I can't do the sticker tonight. You'll just have to imagine that one. M is back. That huge blue teapot on top is a little out of scale, but cool nonetheless. Yeah, I think we'll see. I think it might just be how I'm showing it at the moment that makes it sort of look a bit weird. So we'll just have to sort of see how that goes together. Oh, okay, right. As everything swings around again. Right. So there is the palace set. This grey circle bit down below is where you get to imagine that fantastic circle sticker going. So you'll just have to use your creativity and your imaginations with that. But yeah, that's how it looks. And then what I have just seen in the instructions is that in these sections that open up is that's actually where we end up putting like the swords and the weapons that we had on the different mini dolls. So that's kind of cool that that's like a little storage cupboard or weapons cabinet. So yeah, that's the royal palace, which is awesome. So I'm just going to see whether or not we don't really get any instructions. I don't know whether or not we actually attach the other parts of the castle, or do we? Where did I see that picture though? Oh, it was on the box. Was it on the box? It was on the box, wasn't it? No, they've just sort of placed it next to each other. Oh, okay then, that's cool. I can place stuff next to each other. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Cass. Looks great. Would look even better with that nice round sticker. I agree. I'll try and remember to take a photo of that tomorrow and post it on Instagram. And Em's also saying that he has no imagination, which I think is a big hint that he wants to see the sticker as well. You guys. Alrighty. So I think that's now we've gone a bit over 3 hours. So I think that's going to have to be done for the evening. But thank you so much, everyone, for stopping by and saying hello. It's always lovely to see you all. Hopefully, I will be able to get maybe another video up this week as well. So maybe on like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, perhaps, depending on how long it takes me to do the editing, which is one of the videos that's not trapped on my new camera. and then next week we'll probably be doing stream again, which will probably either be the video sets or Winnie the Pooh, depending on which one arrives. So yeah. Thanks so much, Kaz. It was really lovely to have you stop by in the stream as well. I do really appreciate you popping in and saying hello and everything as well. So it was really lovely building with you. Yes. Thanks so much, Darren. It's always nice to know that you and Coralie are hanging out there, doing your thing. Yep, you too, Joe. Thanks. Thank you for stopping by. And Gladiator is talking about their stream, which is awesome. Bye, Joe. Bye, Em. Bye, Sloth. Bye, Elle. And bye, Gladiator. I hope I've said goodbye to everyone. Oh, Brett as well. I know that you're out there in Legoland somewhere. Take care all, and hopefully I'll see you guys next week. Enjoy your weekends, and we'll see you soon.